you're the only one here at this table that still sells lotto tickets. Is there a time when you don't want to sell?
We don't sell lotto tickets.
We
do quick draw and Powerball.
You can get you get lotto.
No, so like people come in with their tickets they've had in their pockets for 10 years.
Oh.
For whatever reason, our terminal doesn't run them. Wink, wink. But
Tony helped Lisa out the other day.
I'll do quick draw and I'll do Powerball and I'll do Take 5. Anything that we have, I can
Mega Millions.
I can do it for you. But if you come in with one of those things that has a zillion numbers on it and it's been in your pocket for 20 years, it doesn't.
It's Cumberland Farms. It's not a casino. Christ almighty.
To go back, I had Keith passed away Friday morning early. So that whole crew came down. They are savages. Oh my God!
They like to gamble.
The quick draw totals. Oh my God! It was astronomical.
That's
and thank God Ann did a good
that's
one.
the thing that bugs me now that we're bringing that up.
What's that?
That grinds your gears.
I gotta wait for a beer so that
I don't make anyone wait for anything.
No, you got
that's next week.
What'd you say?
That's next week.
Yeah, and then over the weekend he's gonna go. I broke another rule.
But
Jen and I sat on the same side, and it wasn't for a Thunder game.
This podcast on the Talking Smack Network is brought to you by GNS Printing, providing solutions, not just printing. Give Tim Cooper a call today for all of your printed products. GNS Printing, here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, and reliable service with competitive pricing that you will find anywhere at 518-232-2465.
Warning. The following program is a collective of characters talking about the happenings in the sports and entertainment world. It's meant to be fun in a comedic, informative way. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, maybe even you. There may be some cuss words because that's how people talk in the real world. We'll try to keep the locker room talk to a minimum, but if you're young, please seek permission before watching any further.
I love that music. It makes me feel, special and like I'm all sexy.
Like all funky.
Like I'm very funky. Welcome back to Talkin' Smack. What is this, week number 15?
Week number 15.
Week number 15. Who believe that crap? Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand.
Stand up and clap. Just stand up and clap.
He's good. That boy's good. Good, bad. All right. Well, welcome to Talkin' Smack. We're here live upstairs at the Bullpen where we are every Tuesday night. And we have a cast of characters that are here tonight. We're down a couple of men, but that's okay.
We'll be all right.
I think
we're gonna be good.
confidence is high that we're going to be able to get through this together. Joining me as always, off to my immediate left, minor league football Hall of Famer, NFL Executive of the Year, Lucha Librador wrestler with a big mask.
You're going to have to bring my El Snacko in.
You're going to have to bring El Snacko in.
You were going to do that. We haven't seen it.
He goes by
I
the
have to get a
name
new one, though, for Talking Smack. I may have to get another mat.
with a big TNS and a lightning on the side.
We could look for that.
That
We're
would
going to be
be
in the Dominican.
Listen. I did make a belt. I think I can get you a mask.
well. He's pretty good with the mask. Joining him, he's known as Snacks in certain circles. Hank Pelton, Snacks. Welcome to the show, brother.
Unless you're near my mother and she calls you Smack.
Snacks. Hey, Smacks.
I'm like, it's Smack.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Joining me all as well as too, like he doesn't get to see me enough every morning at the Radio Ranch. Joining me from parts unknown, suffered a massive head wound. How many weeks ago was that now?
It was a while.
It was a long time ago. That was a different hockey season ago, wasn't it?
It really kind of was.
It was, man.
I think it might have actually been the start of something bad when that happened.
You think ever since you got hit, but now that you're fully healed.
Now that I'm healed, it's starting to go the other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Pratt, welcome to the show. Johnny.
Thank you.
Are you going to be okay over there?
Yeah.
We'll get to that more in a moment. Mr. Producer here tonight. If you hear any heavy breathing tonight, we all know who it is.
It's me. I'm guilty.
Yeah, it's Seth Cooper. He's How does Allison do that? Do you breathe like that when you're sleeping with her?
Oh,
We don't sleep together.
You don't?
No.
They're nice. They're not.
Give it up to them.
Yeah.
Save yourself for marriage.
Give it up for Allison.
Save yourself. That's the way to go. Especially your roommates must frown upon that kind of activity under their roof.
Hey, I was going to say, is it in the rental contract?
So let me ask you this, Seth.
Here we go.
I know what the room was. The deal was when I was living at home was that I couldn't have girls up in my room with the door closed. Does that work the same at your place? At your
Well,
crib?
my bedroom's downstairs, so it's not up. So that's one thing right there.
So what does that mean?
2, I'm allowed to have girls over. She's my fiance. I'm gonna marry her. And number 3. And number 3, if you're wondering,
As we all pause.
and number 3, if you're wondering, no, I don't have to keep the door open either.
Okay. Oh,
That was the toughest question to answer.
That
That
was-
was the last one.
Why would you keep the door open if you got a girl in your room?
Bow chicka wow wow. Joining us, the man that puts the bow and the chicka wow into the bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, once again joining us tonight from Oscar Smokehouse, our man, Jack Quintal. Jack, good to see you, my man.
Thank you, guys.
The
Thank
king of bacon is in the house.
This is nice. This
Uh,
is nice.
We're a few men down tonight.
Yeah.
One, we've got RJ, who we knew was going to be down. RJ's been battling the stomach bug now for 5 days since last Thursday.
Yeah.
And that crap is going around. And RJ, I hope you're watching at home tonight in your big screen. You got your cat out there next to you. You're petting your kitty, going, "Yes, kitty, I should be there enjoying the show with the fellas."
You know, I really make that show. You know,
Yeah,
really,
look
they
at
really
me.
miss me this week.
Yeah, kitty, come here. It's just,
Is it a real cat?
oh no, he's got. Oh, that
Or is
cat
it one
is.
of those fake cats? My mother-in-law.
Yeah.
My mom's
It's a
house.
for real kitty.
It's the creepiest thing.
Oh
It's
my
this
God,
little
I can't
thing.
even look at it.
Yeah, it's like this big, and it's got like the realistic fur,
Yeah.
and it's just because she just sits there sometimes, watches TV, and just pets this cat, and I'm like, "Mom, what the heck are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, that's just."
Seth,
it's
do you
just
ever do
soothing."
that when you're downstairs with Allie?
Super chat.
This is from our boy, the Wet Noodle. He says, twin beds in the same room like the old sitcoms.
So it's like going down to your crib. It's like going into the old Dick Van Dyke show, or I Love Lucy. Allison, I home.
And if you are just tuning in, you can see that we have our super chats now available
you wanna
on
do that?
screen as well. Super chats, they are available for you. Scan the QR code on the right hand side. $10 or more will get you a nickname from one of our cast of characters tonight. And even though we are down a few men, we're still going to have a great show for you. Of course, we'll talk about what snacks not to serve at your Super Bowl party, plus also Super Bowl memories, including the best and worst halftime show performances of all time. And Dan brought this up in our group chat the other day. He said, do prop bets actually suck? And which person do you not want at your Super Bowl party? Plus also, even though he's not here, it's still what's setting Sully off this week, being brought to you by our friends over at Bean's Country Store. And he did text the group chat and said there's same ciders all over the place in Florida. Plus,
It's true. Sully was so pissed off. He was so pissed off. He's there in Florida, okay? So he's there with Jen, and he the whole same side thing with him and his girl, it will not happen. He is adamant about it. So he's there, he's out to dinner, and these same ciders. So he's there while he's eating dinner, and now he's super duper pissed off at these other people that are the same ciders. I'm like, Sully, you're on vacation. Enjoy your time. Son of a bitch. They're freaking same ciders all over. I'm like, it's Florida. They don't even turn the directionals off. Who gives a shit?
They don't even know what the directional is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Ciders.
As someone who rides with someone that's like almost 80 years old and decides he wants to drive, and he leaves the goddamn directional on all the time, I say, Pete, we're not in Florida. He's like, huh? We're not in Florida. And then he turns the directional on. I'm like, I just.
Dude, I actively try to avoid riding with Pete. I just
It's a
can't do
white
it.
knuckle freaking
I
ride.
could do it as I was a younger man. I've gotten too old for that shit.
Oh, so speaking of Sully, Sully's not here. He just got off the plane in Albany. So could he make it here? He
In
could,
theory.
theoretically. But listen,
he's going to walk in like Zach Walker with pajamas a
Right,
couple
I was
weeks
gonna say,
ago.
he'll make
he's
a
not
cameo
walking in
appearance.
freaking pajamas.
No.
Oh my God. Can you imagine Sully in pajamas?
Probably got shorts
No.
on.
That's when we roomed together in Florida, and I don't. He wore shorts and I believe, like a wife beater,
Ooh.
and then his mantas were popping through on the side.
I wouldn't even wear a white beater.
I wouldn't
anymore.
either.
No.
I'm wearing one right now, but I wouldn't wear it by itself. I mean, I'm here with my Oscar Smokehouse T-shirt. It's lovely.
I
It's
had
lovely.
mine on yesterday. Sorry.
You know, and I got my shirt on tonight. But you know, when you have a T-shirt on, I don't wear the full sleeve white T-shirt. I wear the, you know, what they call
the muscle shirt.
That's what it's a muscle shirt.
No doubt.
So I wear that, but that's the only time I wear the muscle shirt.
Never by itself.
I would never, because my mantas would probably pop out too.
Listen.
And I don't want a nip slip. I mean, this ain't the goddamn Grammys. Did anybody see that crap?
Well, I will say, speaking of the Grammys, we are going to talk about the Grammy Awards coming up. Also, are you in favor of the 10-minute NBA quarters that are being
Make them 2
proposed?
minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, really, who cares?
Also, we will chat about who the worst commissioner is in all of the professional sports leagues.
Gary Bettman.
Plus, also, we will chat about our relationship show, and we have a big announcement to kick off our show tonight.
You're pregnant?
I am not pregnant.
How can you be pregnant? You don't even sleep with her.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
It may be one of the
He's trying to
biggest
ignore that.
announcement in Talking Smack history.
I
Drum
don't-
roll, please.
Okay.
Really?
I think so. I think it's
What, is
it,
it our-
15 weeks, it's the biggest.
it will draw a crowd. We're talking about Mr. Ryan Wheeler. He'll join us here
Wheels is
talking
gonna be-
smack.
I can't wait. Wheels is a great guy. That poor guy. So you see the picture that's right there of him in the center with the lip and the miss the tooth and all that. The worst part about that was he got screwed. So here he gets nailed with a stick in the face, and he's bleeding all over the place. He loses a chiclet, and the referee is like in total denial that the stick.
He didn't get a penalty for that. Yeah.
Oh, was
So-
that night?
The night. So then there's blood all over the ice, and there's an edict from the league that you must clean up blood on the ice. You can't play. So he's squirting all over the place. Okay, blood. So he's squirting blood all over the ice. It's going all over the place, and the referee, I can hear him. No, we're not cleaning up. I said, we have blood. So now I get on the PA, being the douchebag that I am. I go, we have blood on the ice. I repeat, there's blood on the ice. So then, and the referee's pissed off, and he's not going to. So the blood's all over. So then we get another timeout real quick, and then what do I go into? A blood drive PSA. So then it's like, and I just like, and they got the graphics up there on the board and everything. It was just awesome. And then they have to come out and go and clean out the ice with the blood. We don't have ice girls.
Yeah, right.
We don't.
Right.
No.
Speaking of ice girls, did you see Billy was hanging out with the Reading Royals cheerleaders this weekend?
The Reading Royals cheerleaders.
Yeah.
All right. If a tree fell in the woods and they didn't make any sound, the groundhog came out. Okay.
Trust me, I've been in Reading. I know what it is.
Superchats.
This is from our sponsor, Mr. Jeffrey Bean.
Oh,
He
hold
says,
on. I gotta say a personal. Can we take Ryan Wheeler off here and get me back up on the screen?
Sure, absolutely.
I gotta say personal thanks from me to you, Jeffrey. You made my Wednesday last week. Showing up upstairs, the press box, and bringing up some of your delicious broccoli salad, and those pickles were just absolutely the bomb from Bean's Country Store. I just want to say thank you so much, Jeff. That made my day. After a lousy game, it really just put me over the top. I want to say thank you, Jeffrey. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, Beaner.
Thank you.
Yeah, Beaner.
Is your stuff on sale at Bean's?
Yeah. Yes.
So what do you got on sale at Bean's?
Beaner gets, he's got cheese spreads, he's got bacon, he's got mustard, he's got bratwurst. He picks up, listen, Beaner's a good guy, man.
He's a great guy.
We love to be in partnership with him, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Good guy.
Oh,
so the super
chat.
So the super chat from Mr. Jeffrey Bean.
Oh.
He says sleeves are for nerds, and then he also gives us a nice little pump up. There you go,
yeah,
same
look at
exact
that.
thing for your thank you there. So he appreciates
I
that.
appreciate it.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that I saw him that night at the game, and I don't remember getting any of that.
Hold on a second. Doesn't your son work there?
Oh, yeah, true.
So
I
how
think
did
that's
you get
more-
screwed, dude?
I don't know. I have to talk to
I
him
mean,
about that.
he's the pride and joy of your loins. I mean,
I don't know. He goes by the name Pablo, so I don't know if
Pablo?
he really is sure.
Pablo?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pablo.
Pablo. Yeah,
Yeah.
he calls himself Pablo.
Very
look,
nice.
he too was a luchador.
Oh,
Makes more sense now.
He's worn some pretty funky
Oh, I've seen. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
The
He's
Deadpool mask is the best.
Oh, you're a Deadpool dude.
I love Deadpool.
What was the deal with Ryan Reynolds getting pissed off at the guy that was kissing his wife? Did anybody see that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, are you talking about Justin Baldoni, the guy?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's actually a whole thing.
Yeah.
What is that?
Because that's weird.
Yeah, no.
I saw it last night as I'm trying to eat last night. We were at the Talk of the Town, and I saw it, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm not really that sharp.
Well, basically, he was the director for this movie that they were both in, and then basically while they were filming the movie, the story is that she kind of pulled a power move. Had a script rewrite session, and when he showed up for that rewrite session, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift were there. And
Taylor Swift,
they're big friends with Blake Lively and all that. And he's saying he was kind of almost intimidated to let more of her ideas go, and then that's when he started saying that, she's like, well, no, he sexually harassed me. It's a whole thing. They actually
went there.
It's like a $400 million lawsuit
between Blake Lively and
Justin Baldoni.
The Baldoni.
Yeah. It Ends With Us was the movie. The movie was the thing is, everybody's talking.
I've never heard the movie.
Yeah, the movie, they made it for $25 million. It made $351. It was a very, very successful movie. They should be talking about that, but all this drama behind the scenes.
Well, no, if you sexually harass somebody, that's what you talk about.
But the thing, the sexual harassment is what she's trying to say. There was, and again, there's a whole lot of he said, she said, but
I have no idea anything.
It was, they did this one scene where he was supposed to pick her up, and she had just had a baby, and he had just had back surgery, and he's like, and he had talked to one of his PAs or production people or whatever.
Why didn't he have a stunt double? They could do CGI in that crap, you know?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, not everybody is like,
other ways this could have been
right.
I mean, there's three of us here at the table that we could lift up a woman, okay? There's two people at the table. I'm not talking. I know you can't.
I can.
You can. You can.
I can.
You can one armor.
Oh yeah.
Like a.
Yeah.
That was off camera, by the way.
Absolutely.
I want everyone to know that was off camera.
Let's go to the instant replay review. Trust me, I saw it, but the referees, of course, the people that are watching didn't.
Yes.
But
I know it just, and that just kind of set off a feud, and they've been kind of going.
All right. Well, now that you filled me in, that's more than I've ever.
Yeah.
I saw it while I was eating my chef salad.
Yeah, and
last
this
night.
is something that the actual trial date for the civil trial isn't until next March. So this is going to be something that's going to be going on for a while.
Well, listen, I don't watch Entertainment Tonight, and Bill had it on last night at the Talk of Town because he likes to stay up with all that pop culture crap. That's the way Bill rolls at the Talk of the Town.
Juicy gossip every day. So that's why.
yeah, but you don't necessarily. You don't stay up with all of the juicy gossip. We have a show prep service that takes care of that for you.
Whoa! There's no need to.
I was going to say,
It's talking smack.
And you talking smack, and you use the exact same thing.
I do
during the afternoon. I've heard you almost do the same thing I do verbatim. So
can we also talk about how?
Thank you. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for Johnny standing up for himself.
Damn, man, I don't know where that.
He might not be able to lift up a chick, but he can stand up for himself.
Can we talk about how
You know who gets pissed off at that? Talking smack is Kenny. He goes, you got to stop singing. You got to stop singing. I see him on Wednesday. He goes, you got to stop singing. You're saying at least 5 times.
He already told me as I was getting ready to leave, as I got off the air at 6, he goes, I hope Danny doesn't say that tonight. Sorry, Kenny.
How you like me now?
I will say that I think Taylor Swift's biggest decision this week is who she's going to invite in her suite in New Orleans.
Who cares?
Well,
you know what? The whole thing about that is
a good prop.
If the thing is with Taylor Swift, she's going to be at the game, and you know what that means? It means my granddaughter, Evie, will watch the game with me, and she'll be cuddled up next to me watching the game, and I don't care whatever it takes to get Evie to sit down next to her favorite grandfather with the first name Papa, which would be me, so whatever it takes, I don't care.
Right.
And speaking of that, I got to, speaking of grandkids, happy birthday to my main man, Logan's celebrating birthday number 11 today. Happy birthday, Logan. Oh, I love hanging out with those. I would rather hang out with my grandkids than any adult.
I imagine that's got to be like a fountain of youth kind of thing for the.
It really is. It's so cool. We'll get to more on that later when we talk sports.
I have an 8-year-old. It's like having a grandson, but it's my son. Trust me. Thanks, but he doesn't go home like he does for grandma and grandma. Grandma and grandma are like, see you later. My kid's like, thanks, Dad. Keep coming.
Super chat.
Jeffrey Bean says, head up on Friday to grab more. And Sheila Corbett says, one arm her? Yikes.
Well,
And
if
on
you-
Friday to grab more.
yeah,
he
if
said.
you'd seen Dan's, yeah.
Oh,
One
I'm
arm
not
isn't
gonna
gonna work.
I just all of a sudden I was remembering Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Those pop tops and all that crap. Pop it like a 6-pack.
So we're talking about the Super Bowl, and this is our first segment here. In your opinion, what is the best halftime show of the Super Bowl since 1967?
Ooh, I was gonna say Up with People, but I'm gonna go against that. I'm gonna say probably the first mega show that they did for a halftime, which would be the gloved one, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson brought it,
Yeah.
and he really set the table for everybody else to do what they're doing. And it was the first time that the league said, you know what, we need to put on a real show at halftime.
Show, yeah.
Exactly.
And having seen Michael Jackson in concert, so when he did the halftime show, I was lucky in that sense that I could visualize exactly what it was that he was trying to convey on stage, because you have that short amount of time.
Yeah.
And you have to go. Prince was another one.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Prince
I was gonna say
just
Prince.
absolutely
Yeah.
slayed it.
Prince
And those
was my
chicks,
top three.
do you remember those chicks
Chicks in the
dan-
stilettos.
the stilettos
yeah.
out there dancing in the rain? I mean, I know some people that dance on poles. But I don't think she could dance with those 12-inch stilettos and it pouring rain.
Yeah, in the pouring rain.
No, you would have thought somebody would have went down.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Not
Seriously.
those two chicks. They were twins.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Are you
unbelievable.
are you
Unbelievable
doubting
they
my
didn't go down.
mom?
No. I would
Oh,
never
okay.
doubt your mom.
I was gonna say she
I mean, when
might.
it comes to pole dancing, yeah, if she could pole dance in the rain if she wanted to. I mean, and she has, okay?
I don't know that there's a more iconic moment though than Prince in the pouring rain playing
Purple
Purple
Rain.
Oh,
Rain.
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's,
And then, of course, he's got that guitar out there,
yeah,
and it looks like an
Oh,
extension
yeah.
of it.
well,
You
that's
know,
Prince.
Prince, but I think,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson and Prince,
Yeah.
those two are the ones that
Yeah,
come
those are two that stuck
that
out.
stick out to my mind.
Absolutely.
Super chat.
Gail Edmonds
hi,
says,
Gail.
"Def MJ or U2."
Ooh, MJ, U2 was really good.
Yeah, I'm just not a U2 fan. So.
See, once again, there's another band that I've seen live in concert a few times, and U2 really did a great job. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, you look at some of the acts that have played that bombed. I thought the Rolling Stones sucked.
Oh, yeah.
That
we
was
were
just
actually I was stationed in 29 Palms, and we were out by Joshua Tree when U2 was doing Joshua Tree.
Oh,
See,
that's cool.
That's a cool experience.
Right.
This isn't going to be a popular answer at this table. I like what they did when they brought all the, Dr. Dre, Eminem, all those.
That wasn't
guys.
bad.
You know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily the cup of tea for everybody.
Well, they're not trying to hit us.
Right. No,
It's just like,
absolutely not.
I mean, we're not going to go out there and walk around with, houses on our heads either.
Right.
But they're
Lord.
not. They're not. Can you imagine with the keg heads that we have at
The
this
house would
table?
be like
I
this
mean,
big.
Seth is the only one that has non-keg head. The rest of us have big
Oh,
head.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
I mean, you think of the four of us here
I'm putting
tonight.
the Taj Mahal on mine. He had a one-bedroom apartment on his last night. Mine's going to be the Taj Mahal. It's so freaking big.
Yeah, but they're not looking to appeal to us. But
Right.
that there was, I got
Yeah,
it. I
that
mean, I
was-
understood it, and it was the show was excellent. Was it last year with Usher? Was that last year or the year before? And then he had Alicia Keys come on, and
That was last
That was last year.
I-
'Cause then
I didn't like it.
Rihanna was the previous year because she announced that she was
pregnant.
You're right.
Yeah.
Rihanna wasn't
And then
bad.
and then the Weekend was 21,
Right.
which I thought was I thought the
We-
Weekend did a good job because it was.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I thought he did great.
I actually thought the Weekend was pretty good also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's kind of funny too. I kind of feel like it seems like since they did that, it seemed like the rap one with Dr. Dre, Eminem, and all those. It was kind of like almost the send off to Generation X. Like, okay, this is the last one. We're going to focus on you, and now we're going to start going on to the next generation because we've had the Weeknd, Rihanna, Usher,
Exactly.
now Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
and all that. So you're right. It's gone on to the next generation almost.
Super chats.
Jeff Casey says Paul McCartney was great. Saw that one in person.
You know what? We got to get is. Did they spring you loose yet, Case? Our man, Jeff. I don't know if Jeff went back in the hospital last Wednesday, and he's been battling this foot thing, and I felt stupid not knowing that he was in the hospital. But I forgot he was in Jacksonville. He was at that Super Bowl. There was one. Oh, you know what my other favorite was?
2009, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
No, that would be Sully. As I'm watching the halftime show at the house, and I'm a New England Patriots fan. So the Patriots are on. I was too nervous to even get up and go to the bathroom. So
Jeff is free, by the way.
y'all, good for you.
Nice.
Way to go. Glad you're home, brother. Take care of yourself. If you need anything, holler. Hit me up. Okay. So I'm too nervous to even get out of the family room and get away from the TV. So the only two that are sitting there watching what's going on are me and my nephew Christopher. So this thing happens, and there's some, singing and dancing between this man and this woman. And the next thing you know, there's a Japanese throwing star on somebody's boob. And the only two that caught it, because we were the only two watching the halftime show, were me and my nephew Christopher. And he was like 8, 9 years old. And he looks at me and goes, "Uncle Dan?" And I go, "I don't know what happened there, Chris. I don't have a clue." But that Japanese throwing star, I was like, wow. Super chat.
Sheila Corbett says Bruno Mars was excellent as the game was lame.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Bruno Mars. I would pay to see him.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people I would actually pay to see anymore, but I would say I would pay to see Bruno Mars, and he put on a really good show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But going back to Justin Timberlake.
Hold on a second. Japanese throwing star.
Japanese,
okay.
Yeah, Japanese throwing star. I remember watching it, and it was. We just gotten our first DVR, which meant we could pause the live TV and rewind it. And we're like, my wife and I are sitting there watching it because
you were moving on up to the east side,
right? I know.
You were like the Jeffersons,
highfalutin and everything. And we're like, did we just see what we thought we just saw? And we sat there and rewound and what is it? Yeah, it's like
I didn't go back.
Is that a pasty or it wasn't being perverted?
You don't think that was
for science? You know
what?
You don't think no, I thought it was meant to happen. She meant for it to happen.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. She changed up. She changed the script.
Yeah.
And Justin was the one that's like, oh,
yeah, what did I just do? Right.
And then he was left with his pants down while she was Japanese throwing star out. But that one there was a whole different. Yeah. And you know who else I thought was really good was during another Patriots Super Bowl, the one that they rallied from being down 328.
Oh,
that would be Lady Gaga. Yeah. Lady Gaga, she's
another one of those ones I would go see.
I would pay to see her. I would, but not that crap that she had on the Grammys the other night. She looked like freaking olive oil.
Yeah,
I will say.
I'm like, what the hell?
She's all over.
Once again, I'm watching that last night with Bill.
She's very.
You got to remember, this is the woman that showed up one time in an egg to the Grammys, and another time she wore that meat dress.
Thing.
I mean, she
well,
goes
listen,
for,
if she wants to wear dress, if she wants to wear another meat dress. Oscar's gonna hook her up.
I'm in. I can make a bacon dress like that. I'll tell you. Don't worry about it.
We'll get you smoking out, baby. We'll get you smoking.
I can see him coming out of the back like Leatherface.
I think I might have an idea to what I'm going to wear in the circle now. When
I
have to do
for the walk of shame?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Listen, I'll make you a bacon thong.
No, I already.
Bacon thong.
No, don't, because we know who's going to eat it.
I'm not denying it. That's the sad thing.
That's the one bacon I'm not going after.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. You already know what I'm wearing, and we're not revealing.
You're
it,
not.
So.
We will tell you what. It's most likely going to be a Sunday because all of us are working every Saturday.
You said that.
Yeah, so we're going to have to do it on a Sunday.
Yep.
You guys will be eating the fish sticks on a stick, slathered in tartar. It
doesn't bother me.
Oh, God,
it is what it is.
You can pick up a chick with one arm. You can throw a couple of.
I hope there's no snow on the ground because that circle's looking pretty snowy.
Easy there, fella.
Wear your boots, Ted.
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, we did the 1 year. We did the Walk of Shame. So for those that are watching and you don't know what we're talking about, we have a football pool that we do on my morning show on WCKM, and it's called the Oscar Smokehouse Friday Morning Quarterback Challenge, sponsored by Oscar Smokehouse, our fine sponsor. So we have 32 women and men that pick the football games, and it's not every game. We pick the locals, we pick the Sunday night game, we pick the Thursday night game, we pick the Monday night game, and then we pick some other good ones throughout the year. So, we're picking somewhere like 120, 130 games a year. And then, the top one will get the Oscar Smokehouse bacon belt, which is just an absolutely sharp unit. Really? I'm telling you what, I wish I would have won. I would have been sporting around that. You want to see the weight room
every day to the station.
Well, much like Jock, I don't have to worry about that. Seth and Snacks, you guys don't have to worry about wearing that. And Johnny right now is in limbo. You still have the potential to walk.
I have the potential to walk, but it would take a whole lot of bad dominoes for me to have.
Yeah,
to.
that's true. Yeah.
So
I have a example here for those that would like to see it.
Well, I see what?
The Centennial
I was
Circle
waiting
type
for
deal.
this.
Is this the one?
Yes, this is me.
Oh,
This
that
the
is you?
original- Yeah, this is the
Oh
original.
my God! I gotta put my glass.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the,
this is the original walk of
the
shame.
original walk of shame. It was a bet the year the Broncos that Tim Tebow was the quarterback beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Oh, look at him
And,
go! He's got a knee brace on.
I was wearing a knee brace, and they
This
made
is
it
the original walk of
to
shame.
the divisional round. And this was the bet, and this was the walk of shame.
Why are you running?
Because that was the
the last time you jogged.
That was the thing. I had to do. You had to do 3 laps. So here's lap number 1. And the best part about this, I wish we had sound on this, was Pete is commentating, doing all this. So he's like, so he's going around and and he's wearing all Patriots
like it's a
gear,
horse race,
and it's really really impressive.
Who did you lose to?
There's a Dan
He
and
lost
Pete,
to me.
and then
Oh, hold on.
I
Here it
pulled
goes.
the
Oh
twist.
boy.
Here
Oh,
pulled
no.
the twist.
SpongeBob.
Look at those SpongeBobs, man. Tim
Tebow.
Tebow. But look at those SpongeBob
Those are
SquarePants,
nice.
man.
Didn't you also Tebow too
Wait,
in
wait,
this?
Oh, hold on. We're not
Oh,
done
yeah.
yet. We're not
I
done
was gonna
yet.
say we're almost there. If you
And then, hold on. Here we go.
Thank you very much.
John, that was quick.
I didn't realize
That
it was
a
an
quick
original.
3 laps.
That was the original walk of shame. You can
And in case you're wondering, Pete wraps this whole broadcast up. You're at the original location, and he goes, CKM, the station that gives it to you. This is not a legal Centennial Circle crossing, kids. Please do not try this at home.
I was just sitting there. I was waiting, and they just stopped dead, and they're like, "Go!" I'm like, "All right,
So
fine."
let me finish telling everybody about the walk of shame.
Right, okay,
So
your guys'
the
walk-
bottom 7 slots. So the bottom 7 will do a determined amount of laps around Centennial Circle. That will be decided by the champion in a blind draw. So anywhere, I think I'm going to top it out at 21. We don't need to do more than 21 laps.
You don't need to
I mean,
I do have the audio from the Pete Cloutier interview. I just want to make sure that we were going to not get flagged for it. So here it is.
That was very nice, John. Except that very last part. Hey, you got to represent for my boy Tebow. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're starting quarterback next year, so that's good. Absolutely, got to represent.
Because you don't want to listen to me talk.
All right, so here it is.
John's on the
Here
breath.
it is.
Yeah.
Reminded me
But
needs
he
to do the
does,
snow
as I
angel.
said,
All right, yeah.
I mean, he ought to keep these SpongeBob.
Those sponges.
I kept the SpongeBob
really
SquarePants.
does. So.
I have them.
It really does.
So
Here we go.
It's been fulfilled. He's done the obligation, and we're just wrapping up our little report here.
All right.
98.5 CKM, the station that gives it to you.
That's your sales rep right there. That's your sales rep.
That's
your
what I
point.
expect. That's
That's
what
your
I
point.
expect.
CKM, the station that gives it to you.
So the bottom 7 spots. So that could be anywhere from only 7 people walking to 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And it'll depend on how everything comes out in the Super Bowl. So there's some people that are locked in, and there's some people that are not. Super Chat.
Our good buddy Mike Rossi chiming in. He said, sure didn't get that last year. And then, of course, we went into the segment about the original Centennial Circle walk. He said, well done, Mr. Producer. Well done.
Rossi.
Very nice.
Rossi still has a chance to finish in the zone. A lot of things are going to have to go into that. So we'll let you know what it is, because it's actually a lot of fun, and you watch these idiots, and we have a great time doing that. So that's going to be coming up, part of the big game weekend. We'll see who's going to end up doing the annual walk of shame. What we're going to do is we're going to take a time out. We'll be back with more. We're Talking Smack upstairs from the Bullpen right after this.
Talkin' Smack is on the air, and it's brought to you by The Bullpen on Glen Street in downtown Glens Falls. The Bullpen, a favorite among locals, whether it's lunch, dinner, takeout, a night out, pregame, or postgame, The Bullpen is the place to go. The Bullpen's second floor contains Suite 216, the banquet room, perfect for hosting private functions for under 100 people. Chef Pam and a team offer a plethora of incredible food options for each guest. They offer a wide variety of menu options for everyone. Gluten-free and children's options are plentiful. Please let your server know if you have any allergy restrictions, and the Bullpen will be glad to accommodate you. The Bullpen on Glen Street, downtown Glens Falls. GNS Printing, providing solutions, not just printing, has been the place for printed products and competitive prices and unbeatable service in the Glens Falls, Queensbury, Lake George, South Glens Falls, Saratoga regions, and up and down the East Coast. Family owned and operated by Tim Cooper, GNS represents his 2 children. Gabby and Seth tells you everything you know that this is truly more than just a business. It's family, celebrating its 24th year in the printing business. GNS Printing is your place for all your printing needs. Whether it's stationery products such as letterheads, envelopes, business cards, notepads, cut sheet form, marketing products such as brochures, presentation folders, postcards, newsletters, door hangers, posters, banners, trade show booths, rubber stamp ideal self-inking stamps, die plate dater stamps, handwood stamps, seal presses and embossers, continuous form carbonless forms, carbon interleave forms, single or multi-part forms, unit sets, handwritten forms, carbonless stud and edge glued, carbon interleaved, all sizes available, checks, laser checks, continuous checks, uniset checks, pegboard checks, 3-on-a-page checks, label stocking, custom labels, laser labels, mailing labels, direct thermal labels, thermal transfer labels, barcode labels, graphic art design, custom design logos, artwork, brochures, forms, whether you need a single one-time order of business cards or a complete company analysis of all your printed products, GNS Printing is here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, reliable service with competitive pricing you will find anywhere. Call GNS Printing today, 518-232-2465. The Adventure Family Fun Center, the ultimate place for your class trip after prom party, family reunion, or social event of the year. The 1,000-foot outdoor go-kart track is the largest and most exciting in the area. Take a spin on the Le Mans indoor go-kart track. Get your friends together and face off in their multi-level laser tag arena. Buckle up and hop into an adrenaline-pumping round of bumper cars. Score the ultimate gaming experience in the arcade and test your target skills on our all-new airsoft range. Adventure Family Fun Center, offering several different adventure specials, including birthday party packages that come with your own party room. Your home to the best in family fun in the Lake George region. It's the Adventure Family Fun Center on Route 9 in Queensbury. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Why don't you stop on by and see what they're smoking? Oscar Smokehouse has a great selection of smoked meats and cheeses. They carry a number of specialty items like their more than mustard, maple syrup, cheese spreads, beef jerky, and apparel. You'll also find a wide selection of meats including chicken, sausage, bacon, ham, plus their homemade stuffed burgers, salads, ribs, and steaks. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Come on by and see what they're smoking.
Hey, we're back talking smack live from the bullpen. Good to have you with us tonight. No RJ. Why don't you just... What the? What
It's not. It's not just
We
me.
didn't get the countdown. We got no countdown.
Go ahead. Put your head. Fix yourself there, Jock. Jesus, he's gonna stab himself right in the face. They didn't.
We didn't get the heads up. The countdown. We usually get the countdown.
That's
He
all right.
said 10 seconds.
Because we're still talking about.
But we usually get to 10, 9.
Talking about OnlyFans. That's I have no idea.
Well, there you go. You got sidetracked.
Well, we're no longer talking about OnlyFans. We're talking about Super Bowl prop bets.
By the way, you can get your super chats in here. You see the thing up in the right-hand corner. You can go and put that up there, and you can
Over
get
there
it
in
on
the
the show
corner.
as well, too. All right, Super Bowl prop bets. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about betting.
Yeah.
I learned and this is my Super Bowl story. I learned my lesson in, was that 77, the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys going at it. And I bet my drunken father, and I say drunken because he was an alcoholic. So I bet my drunken father that the Denver Broncos were going to beat the Dallas Cowboys, and the loser had to cut, split, and stack a cord of wood by themselves. And the Denver Broncos ever since have been disappointing me since. But I learned that lesson. I was, in 7th grade? So as a 7th grader, I learned, Dan, don't bet because you suck. So at that point, and I had the calluses on my hands to show for it, and so I learned not. So I don't bet. I'm not.
I don't do it. I'll do like the squares and stuff like that, but I just.
Well, that's not.
Well,
that's
that's
not really
like the prop bets. I mean, me and a buddy who won't be named, we do that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, we're crazy. But and I'm telling you, like. And I know you can do it in other things, but it's once a year in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we do stupid stuff. So we've done I mean, the easiest one we do it every year is the coin toss. I mean, that's an easy prop bet.
Oh, wow.
Heads or tails. Okay, that's
so-
50-50. Okay.
So you double your money if you win.
Right?
That's it.
You're right. But then you go into, we've gotten as silly as, taking who's going to score the first touchdown, that kind of thing. And that's where it starts to get dicey because, there's a lot of different ways that could go.
Yeah.
But it's fun because, especially if your team's not in it.
Yeah, see, that's the
That's
problem.
the thing. If your team's not in it, there's that suckers me into watching the Super Bowl, gets me to the halftime show and whatever. But yeah, those bets are only for that reason.
So
if it's my team's in it, I'm betting the house on them. You know what I'm saying? There's no that's just a straight up bet.
I went to a Super Bowl party where there were a couple of guys, and I won't mention Sully's name. They had him and his buddy Steve Osick. So we were at Steve's place, and they got this crazy money all over the place, and I just wanted to see the Patriots beat the Rams. That's it. I didn't want to, and I'm like, oh my God, the stress that I felt. I mean, the only good part is that on that one there, Sully had inside word of how long the national anthem was. So they had the national anthem prop, which, how long does it go? So it's like, does it go
over under, right?
Yeah,
it's like 3 minutes or whatever.
Or 2 1/4.
Yeah,
So
whatever it was.
I have all the prop bets here. Will the national anthem go over a minute or 120.5 seconds?
Okay, so over
little
2
over
minutes
2
and 5 seconds. Okay.
So
Who's singing it? Do we know? 'Cause that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I know.
Who wants to hold that note the longest?
What will the result be of the coin toss?
Oh, gotcha.
Who will win the kick of destiny, which is how many people who will kick the field goals the most?
The kick, isn't it the kick of destiny? The thing with the
That's the one with
Mannings?
Gronk,
Oh, that's
isn't
the
it?
Mannings.
The Mannings.
That's whether
Mannings.
it's Eli or
they're going to
Peyton.
show why they were quarterbacks and not kickers.
Exactly.
Stupid.
Which
But the
team?
commercial's hilarious.
Which team will score first? Who will lead at the end of the first half? Will Kendrick Lamar play more than 10.5 songs?
Will he go and dish Drake?
That's not a prop bet.
That's not a problem.
No.
I'm sure that somebody's got the
Yeah,
idea.
somebody.
I know enough to get myself in trouble here.
Will
Go to
Kendrick
MGM.com. You'll find it.
will Kendrick Lamar have any special performers other than SZA? Which will
Scissor.
which team will have the ball to start the second half? Will both teams score in the third quarter? Will the total of points scored be odd or even? Who will the winning coach?
This is too much, dude.
There's only 2 more. Will the winning coach have Gatorade or water poured on them?
What
What
color?
will the color be? And then will a quarterback win the Super Bowl MVP? Those are the official prop bets that are being offered.
From that one there.
So are
From that one,
are these all the prop bets that Jock hasn't had to worry about because his team hasn't been in?
Yeah,
it?
well, listen,
So-
exactly.
What team is that?
Cowboys.
Oh,
Ben
were you even
Sister.
old enough to bet back when the Cowboys were playing Super
Yeah,
Bowls?
listen, to be honest with you,
Oh.
yeah, in the early '90s, absolutely. I mean, I made bank on the bets with those guys.
But
They
you
won
were
3 out of
going
4
against
years.
the Bills. What the
But
hell?
wasn't it? Scott Norwood.
Superchat.
There's 2 here. Jeff Casey says, what is the over-under on the national anthem this year? Wants our predictions.
I think that it's going over.
Did we find out?
Do you know
Okay,
who's singing?
it's John Baptiste.
Oh,
he's
definitely. Oh, definitely it's going over.
Yeah,
It's
I
going
think
over.
It's going over. Yeah.
Who's that?
I have no freaking clue.
John Batiste. Didn't he play that green?
He's from Hudson Falls.
Is that Joey? Is that Joey Batiste?
Joey Batista's brother.
Oh, okay. Under 2 minutes then.
Because you know what? They don't know the words.
Red bombs bursting. Right now I can hear Enrico Palazzo singing.
He's a guy that it's from New Orleans, and he's worked with a whole bunch of different artists and all that. It's kind of a
Blah blah and blah. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
But John
So
Batiste, it's going to be over. That's my
So
prediction.
it's kind of like an opera singer.
I don't have it. Like Sully had somebody on the inside.
Yeah.
Somebody that was there during practice, and they timed him. So Sully won that one, which was a good thing
which is also highly illegal.
well.
Only if you get caught.
It's Talkin Smack. So super chat.
Jeff Casey says over, and Tim Jagstead said first prop bet how long will the national anthem be?
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely gonna be over.
It's going to be over because this is a regional guy. He's
It's
from New
a
Orleans.
New Orleans guy.
He wants to
gonna
show everybody what he can do.
There's
Yeah.
so many
If he
other
doesn't play the
prop bets you
drums,
could
he'll-
run in there though for football.
What's that?
Oh,
There's so many
there's-
other.
listen, he just took a few out.
Are they going to
Trust me.
score within
yeah.
the?
Listen,
I know.
If you look in like the New York Times and you look in the sports section for prop bets for the Super Bowl, it'll be this long.
Yeah.
It's got
Really?
its own, it's crazy.
I mean,
you can-
quite honestly, you
can
could
vote-
have an entire just Taylor Swift category of the prop
John's
bets.
right because there will be a prop bet. How many people will she bring, or more than likely, who is she?
Oh,
gonna
or
bring?
how many
It'll be-
times will she
it'll
be shown
it'll
on
be
the
5
screen?
To 1. It'll
also-
be 5-1 if it's Kelsey's mother. It'll be 10-1 if it's
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin, right? Something like that. Well,
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be 100-1 if it's Trump.
Well,
something
Blake
like
Lively will
that.
be there.
We're here to mention also that gambling is for people 21 years or over. And also, we are not mentioning any gambling sites
Nope.
because they are
No.
not partners with Talking Smack.
They're not
Hey, listen, and just like you say, if you bet the ranch, you're going to lose.
You're gonna lose.
Yeah,
the
no,
Rams.
the way it
That's
goes.
stupid.
So in other words, don't
have-
bet somebody that you're going to split wood.
Right.
Yeah. Look at these hands. I tell you right now.
Okay, so who's a person you don't want to watch a Super Bowl with?
I mentioned before, I am not a good Super Bowl watcher when my team's not in it. I'm good with anybody.
But if my
I'm
team's in it, you
And
better not bother me.
I watched a game here at the Bullpen when the Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles played, and the one that the Eagles cheated to win.
Oh,
All right, so that was just extremely painful.
Oh,
Now,
the cheating.
shh. Listen,
Did you just let the air out?
oh,
Snap.
yeah.
Good one, Snap.
Listen, does it really matter if the balls are inflated or not?
I don't
I mean,
know. I played
it's not
center all those years. I
basketball.
didn't know there was an inflation rule.
I didn't know it either. And I coached, and I didn't know. But when I watched that, the stress that I felt downstairs, the only thing that kept me focused was my squares. And then when someone spanked the pooch on that one, and then I had to find out the next day that I actually won. Oh, snap. Yeah, minor. Oh, the Patriots lost, but Dan won. Super chat.
Steve Duffy chiming in the conversation.
Oh, Mr.
Oh.
80s.
He
Oh, boy.
says he didn't want to actually put the word because he knows we'd read it. He said F the Eagles.
Oh, he's talking smack. Super chat.
Jeff Casey says Talking Smack needs to set up its own gambling site. And we're not there yet. We are not there yet.
We can't even spell gambling. You're asking us to do something we're not capable of. I mean, I don't want to have another typo.
Did you hear the prop bets that Seth picked? We're not.
Yeah, there's no way.
No way. There's a lot better prop bets out there.
I just, there's so many, and I've been out in Vegas on conference championship weekend. I've never been there for the Super Bowl, but so like last weekend, when not the Pro Bowl weekend, but the other weekend there with just the two games, that was freaking insane. Being out there, and so we're at this casino, and it's off the strip, and the screaming and the hollering that was going on, and it all had like a Spanish accent. So all these people are just betting the prop bets, just even on those games, and I'm like, I had no idea. They're cheering about the stupidest things, and I found out that it was all about these prop bets that all these guys, the workers in from Mexico that are there in Vegas, they're all making these prop bets. I had no clue. Like, 'cause I'm there watching the game. I've got money on my team, and that's what I got legally. Okay, so I've got my money on my team, and that's what I'm watching. And these people are cheering the stupidest things. Made no sense whatsoever because they had prop bets up the yin yang, things that you would never even think of. Really funky. Super chat.
Jeffrey Bean says, I want nothing to do with gambling on Jeff Casey.
Can you imagine? I mean, if you had Jeff Casey out there and like you put like a gambling website on his back, you wrote like in black shoe polish.
Scan the QR code on his back.
Yeah, we could put the QR code for Talking Smack on Casey's back.
Jeff Bean saying he's not going to gamble on anything.
Well, not on Casey. Just not on Casey.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I mean, right now you could win that foot race. That I would gamble on that. If they said, "Listen, you have to take on Nine Toe in a foot race. Who wins, Dan or Nine Toe?" I mean, he may be a Hall of Famer, a basketball Hall of Famer, but I'm still winning that.
What
race.
about a scooter race, though?
That one.
I didn't say that. I said a foot race.
I
said a foot race. A scooter race,
Yeah,
he wins.
Didn't you have you used a scooter? Didn't you? Didn't you have one of those little scooter things?
No, not when I ruptured my Achilles. No. I manned up. I booted. I booted. Super chat.
Jeff Casey says, I could sell it on Dash.
Yeah. Oh, don't even start. Don't even. Oh, Jesus.
I forgot about that.
Easy. You need a hug?
No, I don't want to go into overtime.
There's a whole thing. Poor Snacks got hosed. He got hosed on Dash.
I just thought it was a bidding site, so I bid on a jersey that was on there, and I waited until there was like 4 seconds left. I had what I wanted to bid, and I knew you had to go at $750, and I knew that I went $850. I said I'll go $100.
Yeah.
So 4 seconds left. I hit enter. And I bid, and then I thought I won it, and then all of a sudden it comes back and says, "Congratulations, you're now in overtime. If you want to drop the gloves and go toe to toe with the other person in the bid," and I'm like, I'm gonna kill Jeff Mead when I see him. and then I found out it wasn't Jeff.
Wow.
I found out it wasn't Jeff. You know, it's from the league.
So
when I'm sitting there, I'm like going, are you kidding me? I go, I'll go glove to glove. And I'm looking around. The night of the game, I was literally sitting there. Everybody's looking at me. They're like, what are you doing? I go, I'm going to find my jersey. They want to go head to head? I'll drop the gloves.
You don't even own gloves.
I don't need gloves.
Super chat.
Jeffrey Bean says, I'm already in enough trouble, laughing emoji.
Listen, I'm backing you up, brother. When that comes time, listen, you need some help. You know who to call. You got my number, so I'm there for you, brother. That's for sure. But yeah, I am not going to bet on anything for the Super Bowl. I'm going to watch the game.
I bet on Star Wars because that's what I'll be watching on Sunday.
What?
Yeah,
you know how it's going to end. What are you betting on?
I don't know, but I'm not going to be watching. We watch the Super Bowl.
How many does he do?
Like my breathing.
Oh yeah. They're going to change the ending. Yoda is going to be his father.
They could change the ending.
Well, I was going to say, it's George Lucas. Well, it used to be George Lucas.
Who does it now? Who's in charge of that whole
Disney.
crap?
Oh, it's
Disney?
Yeah, because they're on the
Mando. Hold on.
What is it? The Mando?
The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Mandalorian's
the
okay,
Mando.
but the last two that they came out with, the Skeleton's Crew and God, what was the other one? The Acolyte.
Wow. Thank you, Brian.
We're both flops.
I don't know. I have a tough time keeping up with everything. My grandkids are up. You know, they're finally getting to the point where they're watching Star Wars and such, and it's already past me. And one of them mentioned Jar Jar Binks, and listen, I'm not a violent man, but I was ready to open up a can. Jar Jar Binks could be like the worst character ever. I mean, Jabba the Hutt, when he was, getting funky there with Princess Leia. Let's be honest, he getting funky. That's one thing. But that Jar Jar Binks,
totally different. Yeah,
I had mentioned I was going to go look for the a Sith robe.
Who?
A Sith.
Sith. Not a Seth robe.
No,
because his is crushed for lore.
The Sith robe for when I go out to Disney.
Oh, you're going May the 4th.
For May the 4th. And Judy looked at me and goes, yeah, no. I'm like, I'd look good in a Sith Lord.
No, you wouldn't.
Sure I would, with the sash and everything else.
The big black. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Spike my hair up and get my lightsaber out.
Yeah, I can see that. Huh?
He's talking Spanish.
Kenny's going, can we start a drinking
Just
game?
Stop it, Dan.
Man.
I won't be betting on the game. I will be watching the game. And as long as Taylor Swift has something to do with the game, my granddaughter will sit next to her papa and watch the game with you. All right. Super chat.
Mark Del Signor, thanks for chiming in on the conversation. He says, is anyone going to be watching the Chiefs Bowl this year?
Ooh. Now, you know what?
Just see Kelsey.
The whole thing about this is, and I put a lot of thought into this. It's if you've been a fan of a team that has had dynasties, the Dallas Cowboys,
3 and 4.
the New England Patriots, Green Bay Packers,
Denver,
sort of,
The Buffalo Bills on
Buffalo Bills
on
never.
losses.
Never.
No, that's not a dynasty. You got to win for a dynasty.
I know.
You don't have a ring, it don't mean a thing. Do-wop. So I'm just telling you. But easy, stop breathing. All right, so the thing about this is, everything the Chiefs do is magnified.
Magnified.
How many games for the Chiefs this year weren't primetime games?
That's a good.
I mean, really, legitimately, every game that they played was the primary game for whatever. If they were in the 1
because
o'clock,
of Taylor Swift.
Well, it's because they're the defending two-time world champions in a row. And when you're the world champion like that, you get the prime times.
And it's not only two-time defending world champions. What is it like? Mahomes had played in like the last 5-6 AFC championship games in a row or something like that.
And you've got lovers and haters. So the people that don't want them to succeed are watching them. Yeah. And then the people, because I find myself watching their games once against primetime, but I want to see the Bills beat them. I want to see somebody else beat them. I want to see them go against the Ravens or whatever. I want to see that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All you gotta do is look at our football picks. Yeah. Obviously, we're wrong.
Well, didn't Dallas have Jenny Pickler? That was a fail, right?
Who?
Jenny Pickler or whatever.
Jenny Piccolo.
Did she date Romo? Pickler.
No. Pickler. She didn't.
Who dated Romo?
Romo.
No, it was Jessica Simpson.
Oh,
and that was the one that T.O.
That
cried.
was a failure too. Yeah.
No, that's my quarterback. I mean, I didn't even mention that to T.O. when I hung out with him. I was like, but you think about the people that are out there. Oh, it's a conspiracy. Listen, there are too many moving parts for this to be a conspiracy.
So in case you're also wondering, the Kansas City Chiefs played 5 games that were not prime time. So
but they were featured in their time slots.
Yeah, I was
like say the 4 o'clock game,
4:25 games,
that's
like that.
I mean, and that's you look at those.
I didn't count those. I counted just the 1 o'clock game.
Because you got those national games at 4.
You look at there's no way, and so they're under a spotlight. So anything that if it was the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Carolina Panthers, where there's nobody that gives a rat's ass about what they're doing, but what?
Do you know what? See, this is what happens. The new coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars, his introductory press conference, he just kept chanting Duval like that over and over and over again. That just shows you how sad the Jacksonville Jaguars fan base
So
is.
let's go back to that again. So nobody cares what happens there, but if the officials screw the pooch with a bunch of calls in that game, nobody cares.
Right.
And officials are going to miss the calls. I mean, I do have an issue with the NFL. They have the ability to fix the calls, and they don't. But until they have that, mechanism to be able to do that, then you're going to end up with things like that. Did Patrick Mahomes flop? Did Patrick Mahomes, go and embellish? No. Yeah, he did.
But you know what? The thing is that through time, all of us being around football, don't they always say it's a game of inches?
Yeah,
sure.
That's what she said.
If I'm on the defense, I'm not letting you get that other inch.
Sure.
That's it.
So when you run to the sideline, and we don't know because in the past you decided to take that one more step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I don't hit you here, you're going to go there. Well, then they hit him, and he slowed down, and he took the hit.
He slowed down in play.
In play.
And he should have been hit, and they flagged him. That's the stuff that people are pissed about.
Right, and I did see an article. One of the rules they are looking at, because they have the replay assist now for the spotting of the ball and different things like that, they are looking into maybe looking at the replay assist when it comes to those quarterback slides, because that really needs to be taken care of, because there's too many times. I mean, we've seen it with Mahomes. We've seen it with Josh Allen. They decide they're going to take an extra step and like, oh wait, I'm wrong, and they slide the last second.
Yeah, and then they would get creamed.
And it's not necessarily the defender.
Well, and then you know this. You were an all-star football player from the Berg.
I was actually.
He's a burger.
Yeah, he was an all-star football player. Ask him how he got to be an all-star.
I still don't know how. I think somebody just took mercy on the kid.
But you look at those plays, and he brought that on. That the play that he got hit, as it's still in bounds,
tiptoe,
and he got creamed. Yeah. That's the official being wicked sensitive. And
look at the Bills. I mean, it comes down. It's a game of an inch.
Game of an inch.
That was a first down.
Yeah, that was.
It was a first down.
It should have been a first down.
What? It wasn't a first down because they didn't move. So it's not a first down. So
should have been a first down.
It should have been, but it wasn't. So that's woulda, coulda, shoulda. So that's
exactly.
What are you looking at me like that for? I'm not picking on the Bills.
Can you hand
jive? I wanted the Bills to win.
Over there like
he's doing a hand jive.
I always ask Grammy. I go, hey, your shirt's missing 2 things. It's missing 2 L's.
Ooh. We'll take another break. More Talking Smack upstairs in the bullpen right after this.
Brought to you by Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal Service. Do you have a lot of junk or waste to remove from your home? Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal offers compact and cost-effective dumpsters and other waste removal services, such as appliance removal and estate cleanouts. Based out of South Glens Falls, Clean It Out Containers is a family-owned and operated dumpster rental business that provides convenient roll-off dumpster services. Whether you have a garage full of junk, extra scrap metal to dispose of, or even organic waste like lawn debris and branches, they have you covered. Clean It Out Containers also features highly competitive rates and flexible rental times. You can easily select a service on their website and then pick a date or time that works for you. Call and book via phone. Brought to you by G.A. Bow Fuels. At G.A. Bow Fuels, they take pride in providing timely and reliable oil and propane delivery services. Whether you're located in the Lake George and Glens Falls regions of New York or as far away as the Bennington, Vermont area, we are able to serve you. They encourage you to contact them today and learn more about their propane and oil delivery services, as well as the other work they complete for you. Whether you need a minor furnace repair, complete AC installation, or routine HVAC system maintenance, G.A. Bow's fully trained and certified technicians will help you out. In addition to the heating and cooling work, they also supply premium diesel, gas blends, heating oil, wood pellets, and other fuel delivery options to properties across the entire Northern Capital Region. G.A. Bow Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. By your Edward Jones financial advisor serving Glens Falls, Stephen Babson. Get the personal financial advice you need to achieve your goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, for children or grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care for the most, Stephen Babson can work together with you to develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Stephen Babson can also monitor your progress. Give Stephen Babson a call today at Edward Jones in Glens Falls at the corner of Bay and Washington. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. When you choose Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll always have access to the area's lowest prices. As a family-owned and operated business for over a decade, you'll be treated like our neighbor. That means affordable prices and friendly, knowledgeable service every time. Get in touch today to find out more how they can help you improve your gutters and protect your roof for years to come. When you work with Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll get a 10-year workmanship warranty on gutters, downspouts, and leak protection. If anything goes wrong with your work, it'll be covered.
Who's got this going on? Who's here been lotto blocked? Said what? You got shit to do in the morning. You go to storage. You're in a hurry, and you got blocked. Somebody's got the lotto pouch. You ever see the pouch bag?
Oh, the lotto. God.
You get lotto blocked. Then like, give me a number 7, 11, 2. I want fucking 9, take 5. I want that. I gotta go to fucking work. No lotto till after 9.
Just thinking out loud. Bacon Road.
We're back with Talkin' Smack. We're Jacques Quintal joining us tonight. So he's our first 3-timer.
Yeah.
So the first 3-time guest on the show. So congratulations,
Well,
Jacques.
thank you.
I'm glad you have no social life.
Absolutely. This is the best thing I have going on. I'm telling you right now.
So then,
without a doubt,
when he hits the 5-time snacks, what happens?
Bacon Road.
He gets a bacon road.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to make
I'm going to make one.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to make
That's
your
the
own.
only way I'm going to get it in a 6th time, probably something like that. You know, if I do it. And just so you know, I signed a 10-episode deal, so you're all in trouble.
So and
with Seth.
And so then every time you show up in the bacon robe, you know.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like the big the movie Big League. When they taking off the lady. We're gonna take bacon off snacks every week. Trust me, they're gonna be small strips. I'm not taking a whole lot off of that.
Oh, that brown sugar really tastes good tonight. There,
It smells like maple.
That's making you shimmer.
Well, speaking of shimmering, we're gonna make you shimmer and shake next week
Oh,
with
boy.
our episode of love, relationship advice. That's right, Talking Smack, and is going to be in just one more chapter, bringing you a special edition of Relationship Advice with Dr. Richard Stockdale and his practitioner, Michael Sullivan. I'll tell you what, that picture is Sully. He does look like I can't even look at that without even seeing the guy from The Great Escape.
Hey, do you get those white cutter? You get the white jackets?
Yeah.
We got to get named.
The doctor. The white butcher coat.
Yeah, get him the way. We'll get a little doctor. Hey, that's all I need is this thing.
Sully also say Dr. Proctor.
and you want to know what the whole not the sad part, I guess, but it is kind of the sad part. Is we were talking about relationship advice, and I just made a quick graphic, and then it turned into, oh, we should do that. And then Hank goes, I think I could get a sponsor. And Dan goes, really? And then Hank made a comment, and all of a sudden, oh, got a sponsor. We're doing it. I'm like, okay, good enough.
So a big thanks to Just One More Chapter for bringing you the relationship advice with Dr. Richard Stockdale and his practitioner, Michael Sullivan.
Can we retire this picture?
Please.
You got to admit, in that picture, he looks like the doctor from.
No, I can't see anything with that guy from the Great Escape.
No.
Hey, Jacques,
no, not him. No, I'm talking about RJ.
Jacques,
RJ. Yeah.
He looks like the doctor from what is it?
Cannonball Run.
Yeah. Oh, that guy with the needle. With the needle all the time.
And
That was the best.
Jacques, you mentioned signing a
10
10
episode
so
deal.
what's funny is usually, when we text our guests for the first time, I ask for some pictures, trying to figure out what to do for the graphic work. Well, you know where this one's going. This one was sent to me via a cell phone from Jacques originally.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on. So
yeah.
Is there a dog in his face?
Well, that's my dog's butt.
That's
God. That's Kevin.
So like,
that's Kevin.
Does
the
he
blonde.
fart?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, dog farts are the worst.
He eats bacon. I mean, listen, I get my kid.
I love that dog.
Luna lives right on the end of the couch by my recliner, and all of a sudden you hear.
Oh, absolutely. And the other one, and then Mabel, the bigger one down below, she gets mad because she doesn't like that smell. She's a woman. She gets mad at him. She'll go right at him.
My poor wife had to sleep with the window open last weekend. That tells you how
chili?
bad.
From the chili? Did you have chili last
I have no idea what I had. It was just
Whatever it was, it wasn't good.
It was not good.
Super Chat.
Thank you for joining us. I thought you were going to miss us, Nathan Burmer. He says, it's so hard to believe that those are the best pictures we could find of those two.
Oh, they were.
No, I've been talking about Sully and RJ.
That's what I'm saying.
With RJ, it's so tough because he has no digital footprint.
Right.
So any pictures that we have of RJ
is either
my wife took,
with
or the stuff that we take
Yeah,
here
right,
during the
right.
show. And that's all that's there. To find anything else, it doesn't exist.
Now Sully,
Sully,
on the other hand, you had to offset RJ with Sully.
I mean,
That's
it's
crazy.
Vicious and
That was
delicious.
bad.
I think it's vicious and vicious.
Oh.
I mean, let's be honest.
Oh.
So, what's the deal with the super chats for next week?
So super chats, they will be set at $20, and
For the relationship advice.
For the relationship advice, and just letting everybody know, we are taking every super chat. The super chats will still be available, but if you're looking for a relationship question, $20 will be answered. And I think we're gonna do a little special setup. I haven't talked to my co-owners here, but we're definitely gonna be doing something special with it. But it's gonna be a fantastic.
Might as well talk about it right now. Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking we gotta figure out how to just put the two of them together, like a Dr. Phil type deal, like in the sheets, where they're sitting.
What in the sheets? They're
Yeah.
going to be laying
You want to
down.
put those two together in a sheet? Now it's getting weird. I'm going to sit on the other side of the
Jesus,
table.
what?
We're going to become same-siders.
What kind of relationship?
You need to keep that door open down to the bottom of the grip.
Relationship advice are we getting?
Yeah, really. You're going to put them under the sheet together?
Who are they giving advice to each
What,
other?
A Dutch oven? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Could you imagine if those two actually give relationship advice to each other?
Hey, we can take them down to your bedroom, and then that way they could be in one of the twin beds.
Yeah, that's right.
Lucy, I'm home.
We could do a remote with them.
You know what? We could put the cameras down there. I don't know if you'd want them in your house, but you could put them both down. We're not putting them under the sheets together.
No. I was saying you can have them sit like Dr. Phil with the two seats, and then put a sheet.
Seats.
No, and then a sheet like next to them, so like they're kind of cuddling. It's just an idea.
Sully has a snuggie.
Okay.
Where are we going?
I did not
before the show or something like
Okay,
that.
I'm glad you talked with us about this on the air.
Yeah,
You know,
listen.
you know.
Sully's driving home right now going,
Hey.
what the is going on?
Well, what's setting Sully off right now?
Let's try it.
Oh, here we go.
It's brought to you by our good friends over at Beans Country Store, and they want to remind you that the big game is right around the corner, of course. Don't forget to contact Mr. Bean to pre-order your chicken wings, of course. He's got the regular barbecue, spicy barbecue, teriyaki, garlic parm, sriracha chili, and sriracha hot honey. Also wanted to let you know that he's got some sub platters available as well. And the big special for him, 2 medium cheese pizzas, 2 orders of bone-in wings, blue cheese, and celery, plus your choice of 2 bottles of any Pepsi product, $61.99 for the big game on Sunday.
Nice beaner.
As long as you got the broccoli salad to go along with that, I'm in. Just give me a call. I got nothing going on.
All right.
That's a great deal. I you know what, eating at Super Bowl Sunday, you know, I've been watching what I've been eating, but I don't think it's going to happen.
That's the one day.
I don't know. I still got to fit into a swimsuit.
I'm flying solo that day.
Are you really?
Yeah, I got nobody at the house.
Well, you might be going
So you're going to be around in your...
I don't know. I might go crash somebody's party.
It'd be a snuggie.
Super chat.
Mackenzie Converse tags Tyson Converse and said, "Did you remember to order ours?" And then Tyson said, "I'll call him tomorrow."
All right. Yeah. What's Jeff's number there at Beans Country Store? You got it?
Yes. 518-792-9541.
You can't go wrong. And I'm telling you what, you need to order ahead of time. Yeah. Don't get caught with your pants down.
Yeah. No. Don't call 10 minutes before kickoff.
You know, I'm just wondering, Jeff, if you could whip me up a pizza today. Super chat.
This is from our boy Matt. He says, "In that photo, Sully looks like."
Telly Savalas, who loves you, baby. You know, I mean, Sully was told a couple of times he was a member of the Players Club.
No.
You know, the worst part is I know somebody was a member of the Players Club. Any guesses as to who that was?
Pete.
There you go.
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding.
What'd I win?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You
All right.
have the privilege of knowing Pete.
Useless.
Another appearance.
Yeah. There we go.
Another appearance. And another piece of bacon.
Yeah.
The Talkin Smack.
So what's setting off Sully this week? He did text a group chat and said there's same ciders everywhere in Florida.
So he's still on that.
He's still on it. I don't know why.
You know what? I hate. I agree with my June 15th. Not on the same ciders. So yesterday, I'm headed to Rensselaer to watch my grandson play basketball. So I'm going down, and the U's of the world, with snow and ice all over their vehicle. So now they're going about 72, 73 miles an hour. And I'm watching, and I can see this person that's next to me with the snow and ice, and it's flying all over the friggin' place. So now I'm in full panic mode because last thing I want to do is get a windshield crack because this person's going to take off, and then I'm stuck with it, and then it goes on my insurance. So it's bullshit. So I'm watching this, and I'm saying, you know what? Next time I see Snacks with ice and snow in his car, I'm going to give him shit. Yeah. And it's flipping me out. Now I'm feeling angst. Now I'm feeling sullied. I was going to give him a call as I'm driving, but I was too worried about hitting ice flying off this car. So I go and I pass this car to get around it. All right. So I speed up to get around it. So I'm not even near it. Next thing you know, this freaking car comes zooming past me again, puts its ass right in front of me. And now it's there again. And now the shit is flying all over. And I'm like, son of, I am ready. And I am not a road ranger. I'm not. I was like, okay, you know, Dan, now I am like DEFCON 7.
Yeah.
You know, not 5, not 4, 7. I even went past 6.
Were you doing this in the car while you were driving?
With this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't do hand gestures.
No.
Hold on one sec. So, you know, you mentioned kind of the snow on the car. Well, Allie and I on Sunday, we went to the South High Marathon Dance Breakfast to benefit at the St. Michael's Church. And
were you buying?
I did buy. And
hold on, Snacks. You see?
Yeah. I don't think you were getting up anyway. But I
was up.
This is what we saw. We were driving to go to St. Michael's Church, and this was in front of us.
Well, wow. See, here in my defense, I do clean the snow off my window so I can see.
Yeah, but it's the shit that's up on top of the roof that's icy, dude.
It blows off.
It doesn't blow off. Yeah, it's ice.
Yeah, it does. It blows off onto the car behind you.
Yeah, dude. and
Sully had a problem with this last week. If you remember,
I'm with Sully on this.
You've never done it?
I did it yesterday. Listen, I live in Warrensburg, for goodness sakes. I could go 5 miles up the road and not see anybody. You know?
Well, that's different.
No, I understand.
It is, but on the Northway,
absolutely.
and this idiot they had to know that I'm passing them to get away from this because the shit's flying all over the place. And it's like, really? And then they go and they zip around me, park their ass in front of me, and then the next thing you know, the crap's coming off again. So now,
can I guess the license plate?
Go ahead.
Jersey.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
They're not going to get out and take the snow off their vehicle, for goodness sakes. They probably got Jeeves at home to do it.
Forget about it. They're going to do it.
Let it blow on somebody.
I was driving and Allie goes to take the picture and then she takes the whole license plate and she goes, "Ooh, I should zoom in because we have a lot of people that listen to this podcast and somebody probably listens to that and that's probably their car."
Listen, I don't need you getting beat up. I mean, I know Allison can go and Allie can take care of you, okay? I get that. But there's no need to have, to come down to fisticuffs because we all know that somebody wears the pants in that family and it ain't you.
It ain't me.
No.
And if they leave the snow on their car, you got no chance, right? I mean,
yeah,
really. It's an older woman. If she leaves the snow on her car, she's going to kick your butt.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I got no chance.
Well, sorry there,
and that's
Aunt
tough.
Arlene. Get up a little earlier. Jeez.
Wow. Arlene. Not everybody can park in the garage.
I don't park in the garage. I'm not able to.
Yeah, but who cleans your car off?
Usually.
Hold
on. Mom can attest to this on
See
Saturday.
what happened
Dad.
So I had.
Mom.
It's not always Dad. It's most of the time it's me.
Mom sometimes.
Most of the time.
It should be all the time you.
On Saturday, I had to work at the station. So Mom helped me clean out, and then she goes, "Are you good to drive to work?" I said, "I think so." Meanwhile, none of the plows were out on Saturday, whatever.
It's treacherous.
Oh, so I get to the station, and who's plowing? Our plow guy for our station, and then all of a sudden you see the handicap parking signs, and those things, they're not plastic. He obviously they weren't taking care of it. Bam! And you could hear it. It sounded like a gunshot outside the studio.
No. Let's go back to who cleaned your car off then on Saturday. That's the important thing.
Mom and I did.
Mom and I did. You made your mom get out at 4:00 in the morning?
No.
She was already making him breakfast.
Mommy,
she was already making breakfast.
I'm hungry. Don't take it personally.
No,
you know why?
Don't.
Yeah. I'm not taking any personally. I'm just saying.
You had your mom clean off your car?
No.
I'm telling you. Don't you think she got better stuff to do?
No, because she's up at 4:30 and watches the news from the DVR the night before.
Oh.
Don't go hammering your mom like that. No. I'm not down with this.
Seriously, who the hell pissed in your Cheerios?
Yeah,
man. You've just been after everybody today.
Yeah, man.
It's true.
Sully and RJ aren't here. I have to pick up the slack
somehow. There's no Seth drinking game, by the way.
No.
And you're not wearing a bacon robe and having people pick off pieces of bacon, okay? Listen, you're going to have to get your own gig.
Absolutely.
All right? Maybe who's cleaning snow off Seth's car today?
I personally believe that I'm going to have a killer outfit if I got to walk.
Well, you better have one.
I will.
Not if you have to walk. You are walking.
I was going to say, he has to walk, right?
So that was what was setting me off yesterday. And I just...
Oh, dude,
I was livid yesterday. I'm going, man, I hate to even agree with Sully to go against snacks. But he's right.
But you've seen it too often. Like I've seen where the trucks have the whole sheets of ice, and you start to see it. It starts to do this, and then a whole sheet will come up like this.
I saw that on off the tractor trailers.
But so when I'm driving my truck, and I know that there's snow up there, as I'm going, I'll start hitting the top.
There you go. See, he's thinking of the drivers around him.
He's going to hit the top, and it's going to flip back in my windshield.
Behind me.
Now you're being nitpicky. Because I really think he's doing
just like the grocery cart. I went.
See,
I had to take somebody over to the store at Market 32.
See,
right, and I dropped him off at the front door, and I went and parked. And I'm looking, and as I'm looking over in the far corner of the parking lot is a cart catcher. Way over the corner, and I'm thinking to myself,
that's where you put the carts?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
I didn't know that's what they call it, a cart catcher.
The store's over here.
Yeah.
And it's in the far corner, just like a far away land. And I'm like going, I'm going to walk my grocery cart all the way over there.
I am.
Listen,
I am.
Talking smack, it's real life problems.
It's
real life stuff. You know,
I mean just because you're too goddamn lazy to go over and put your car away,
How far was the store, to return it back?
It was at the other end of the parking lot.
There you go.
That's poor planning on your part.
Yeah, exactly, man.
What do you say, JP?
What's that?
Poor planning on
No,
Yeah,
proper
poor
planning.
planning on your part does not
That constitute an
it-
emergency
uh,
on mine.
Actually, I think I got to give that one to the wet noodle.
Yeah, I live by that rule. It's just, but yeah, it's the ice thing yesterday. I went.
yeah.
I don't want to say. I
And
went
you were
the full-
thinking of me right off the bat.
Oh, instantly.
Yeah, I was.
Instantly.
I mean, I know you're a rebel. I know you're a tough guy. Hey, look at me. I'm a minor league football Hall of Famer. All right, yeah. I know that's you. But I just like it's it.
Let's
You
know why
know.
you turned into an old retired boxer there to do a
No,
snack.
It sounded like Billy D. Remember Billy? Or is it Billy C?
Billy C. Yeah. It's to me. So that was I thought about what was setting Sully off,
Yeah.
and it set me off yesterday. So that's what's setting us off tonight. Brought to you by Beans Country Store. Don't forget the big game coming up on Sunday.
Yeah.
Get your orders in ahead of time. You don't want to get shut out. Once again, Seth, what's their number?
Their number here is hold on one second.
Broccoli salad.
518 broccoli salad.
518 broccoli salad.
Oh,
518-792-9541.
That's probably why you were
That's pretty close.
what is it again?
518-792-9541. Wanted to show us. This is a super chat that came in, and
Super chat.
and this is for you. This is from Mr. Anonymous.
Uh-oh.
They sent us a link.
For snacks?
Yep, just for snacks.
Oh, that's not
with
good.
with a comment that says, "Snacks, just keep in mind that this actually happens."
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, I know what's going to happen.
That's what I'm talking about.
This got bad
No,
written
this
all
is
over it.
good. This is
Oh,
exactly
here
what
we
I was
go.
talking about.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
traveling down the road and you're
There
flirting
it
with
is.
disaster.
And
You
that's,
go over the bridge. There's a little hump in the
that's the
road.
Jersey Turnpike.
Oh, it's my chance to do the
Oh,
hump.
look at me.
Wow, look at you on the Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah,
This
oh, there
guy-
it is.
Oh,
Hey!
baby!
Oh, that was a big piece.
That came out of nowhere.
Snacks. You drive
I
a
don't go
Snacks. You drive a Civic?
No, I have a truck.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. It looked like I wasn't sure Snacks was on the turnpike. That was. You know what?
I just can't picture snacks.
Oh, how
getting
about
into a
the
Civic
wait a minute.
for some reason?
I've seen people go driving down the road with their truck. One guy had the treadmill. You know how you got the treadmill thing when you got the reader thing up on the top of
The
it?
what?
A treadmill. He's got a treadmill in the back of his truck.
You know what a treadmill looks like?
Yeah, I've seen it while I was driving
Well,
by.
you put clothes on it once.
No, but you know how they got the control
Yeah.
panel on the thing?
Yeah.
And the handle? He's driving down and he passed me. I go, this is not going to be good. So I slowed down. I could see the thing rattling and the entire control monitor flying off the
my
truck.
God.
And I was like, well, guess that's not going to work.
I guess there's another reason for us not to exercise.
Yeah.
Right. Super chat.
From our buddy Brian and Donna. For the big show next week, Sully and RJ side by side in a love seat. Love seat.
I don't know.
I
Listen,
don't know. Can we get one?
well, we probably could, but I move all the other crap up here by myself. I am not moving a love seat. So if someone wants a love seat,
We
they're
could
going to have
put-
to bring a love seat up.
There is an elevator. I mean, I almost got.
I'm not doing it.
Well, I'll tell you what. The by time the elevator and the sofa gets up here, the show might be over. Just saying.
Well, you got to plan ahead. It's just like taking the ice and snow off your vehicle. You have to plan ahead for these things. They don't happen by accident. All right, I'm just letting you know.
RJ's got to have a love seat at his house.
He is the doctor of love.
Yeah.
Well, he is a full-fledged Richard Stockdale. Super chat.
Lefty chiming in the
Lefty,
conversation.
what's up,
Oh,
bro?
boy.
He says, "I clean my van by myself, Seth, and I only use one arm."
Well,
I'm not
saying
called out by
You
left.
tell him, Johnny. You tell him.
Super chat.
Mark Del Signor chimes in. Perfect. Thanks for segueing this in for us. Did you guys hear George Strait won Rap Album of the Year? This Beyonce Grammy is a joke.
All right, so this is one of
That's
these things
ridiculous.
that I'm going and we're doing our chat, with us together, and I said, got to talk about the whole Beyonce winning Best Country Album. Now, I'm not a country music fan. It's not my thing. Neither is she, which is fine. But the thing is, you can't blame Beyonce for this award. Because what happens is, in having been a voting member for the Grammys, NARAS is the organization that goes and does, and I used to pay to be a member. It was $300 a year. This was back in the 80s. From all the 80s and into the early 90s, I was a member of NARAS. Yeah, that's right. paid. So what happens is that you vote for everything. As a voting member, you vote on everything. Now, does anybody in country music want Dan Miner voting for their crap? No, because I don't know anything about it. Does anybody from NARAS want Dan Miner voting on classical music? No, Dan Miner doesn't understand a damn thing about it. So what happens is you have these people that are voting. So Beyonce, even though she's not a country artist, she had a country flavored album of sorts, which your granddaughter
Aubrey was talking about it. Renaissance.
It's part of the trilogy.
It's part of the trilogy.
I just found that out today. Thank you, Aubrey.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. I love her.
Yeah,
she's a great kid. She's a great kid.
She was very adamant about.
She was upset, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was very upset.
But you can't blame Beyonce for this. This is the problem of the organization, where you got people voting for things that they don't have a goddamn clue as to what they're voting for.
True.
For me, I've worked country radio before. I've done country. Beyonce, even though she got a little bit of y'all going in there and she got a little fiddle or whatever, it's not country.
No,
it's not.
No,
you know. But what? Go ahead.
Well, honestly, because I work at my radio station's more contemporary these days. The line is getting blurred these days. It's kind of like back in the 90s and all that when rap and pop music was kind of getting blurred. Now it's all kind of one thing. Country music and pop music is doing that same thing, because you got guys like Post Malone, Morgan Wallen. I mean, the amount of crossovers.
Who's the guy that went and did Fast Car that he didn't even change the
Luke Combs.
And he didn't even change the male and female tenses.
No, he didn't. And I will tell you what.
That is just stupid. That is just stupid.
It is.
I didn't like the song then. I like his version even less.
He should have.
Super chat.
Jeff Allen talking about Beyonce. He just chimes in, whose ass?
What did Michael Jackson say? Whose ass? Whose ass? Super chat.
This is from JD Revolution. He says, Dolly Parton made a rock album and collaborated with so many big names in rock music for her album. It charted very well, and she didn't even get a nomination for Rock Album of the Year or Album of the Year.
Yeah, but you see who won Rock Album of the Year? The Beatles. Now and Then, which is just... Is that once again, people voting that have no idea what they're doing. So listen,
did you see one of the albums up for Album of the Year was literally Andre 3000 from Outkast, his flute album.
His what?
Flute album.
His flute. Literally, he was the Marshall Tucker band without the rest of the cool parts. Just the flute.
Is Marshall Tucker cool?
He was pulling a Willy Wonka there.
No, Marshall Tucker's not cool because there's a whole lot of flute in it. Right. He did an entire album of flute music that was up for Album of the Year. It's one of the ones that Beyonce actually beat him for.
Really?
The Grammy Awards.
I don't.
You know, you can't put any stock in them. I mean,
I
agree. A lot of
agree.
people, it does affect their careers. I was reading something earlier today in the show prep services that we get from at the radio station, Seth. But it does. It will affect the bottom line for an artist. They get affects them by about 50% to 40%.
Yeah.
Increase of ticket sales, album sales,
I get
all
that.
of that. So, but it really is arbitrary.
It should, to me, as a programmer, I mean, Beyonce's not country, but the fact that she won country album just shows you what a joke the Grammys are, and what it.
Well, she also
I know that there are a lot of people that country music that I agree with you. That ain't country.
No,
it's so far
close.
Super chat.
Sad_feeling 9881 says it's almost like when Macklemore beat out Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Kanye, and Jay-Z for Rap Album of the Year in 2014. Mad City should have won hands down.
Well, it's like when the year that the best metal rock album went to Jethro Tull, when Metallica was out there cranking out one of their best albums. I mean, it's just stupid. Yeah. People don't know what they don't know. They don't know, and they shouldn't be allowed to vote on things that are outside of their field. And that was one of the reasons I got out. I couldn't be a hypocrite, this is not being a hypocrite's cost me a few times in my career, like, starring in a movie with Tom Cruise.
Right.
I hate Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I have great disdain for him. So when they offer me a featured extras part in War of the Worlds, I can't do it because I would be a hypocrite.
Stand your ground.
And that's it, bro.
So would you have been like one of the red shirt guys from Star Trek?
Huh?
You would have been like the red shirt guy from
in War of the Worlds.
Well, yeah, you would have been like that.
I don't know. I didn't watch.
You would have got zapped, and
I don't watch because I would have had speaking roles.
Oh.
I had a speaking role that was offered to me because a friend of Steven Spielberg is a friend of mine. It's a long story, and I didn't do it. And then my grandson absolutely flipped his lid when he found out. You didn't do it, Papa? What are you, stupid? I still got Riz.
Yeah.
Super chat.
MadPuck22. I haven't listened to Cowboy Carter, so honestly, I have no skin in the game about what's deserving. However, the part that irritates me, like a lot of people have said, is it having to do with skin color? That is very untrue. I think of very current and that I enjoy very much, as well as bigger legacy names such as Darius Rucker. I do believe that true country fans will listen to whatever, regardless of an artist's skin color. I think a part of it is the big problem is the labels. It's no secret that the industry is political, and if someone pushed enough, they will find a way to do it.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's
a super chat.
I'll give that up. That was
Great job.
Into that.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a lot of thought.
Well said.
And it's very right. I mean, it's just completely right. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I just, the whole thing is that is that the best country album of the year?
The thing. I don't even think it's about skin color as much as it's about the music.
It's just about.
And like I was saying earlier, I mean, as much music has crossed over from country artists, I mean, look at Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is huge, and he did win Country Album of the Year. Beyonce did.
Jelly Roll also has jumped many genres. He started in rap, then went to pop, and then went to country.
I love jelly donuts. Okay, that's what I love.
You say Jelly Roll,
I'm all for
now
we're talking.
Yeah.
I love jelly donuts, but
are we talking about jelly donuts now?
I love jelly donuts.
Can we?
I love jelly donuts, but super chat.
Nathan Brimmer says it's not my fault. I voted for her.
Now, see, for folks that don't know, Nate was in the show business. He was in show business for a long time. He's a screenwriter, and he's done all sorts of things like that. And he would know more about how these things work. Right. I don't know what he would have in association to the Grammys or not. But I just, like I said, when I saw that I was going to be swimming out of my lane, it was a big thing for me, being a 20-year-old. And being a voting member of NARAS for the Grammys, but I would only vote.
Okay, I think that's what the guy was asking in the super chat. NARAS, that's got to stand
North
for something.
American Recording Association Society or something like that. It's some acronym for that.
I thought we were still talking about Beyonce.
Super chat.
Jeff Allen says, I am not an avid watcher, but for some reason it drew me in this year. I was pissed they made a huge deal. What's his face? The Weeknd boycotted, and now he was back.
Why did the Weeknd boycott? Because it was a Sunday night?
On a Friday? I don't know.
He was the only one that didn't actually sing at the Grammys. Okay, the Grammys should boycott him. And also, talking about Darius Rucker, he's not that huge anymore in country music.
Yeah, Darius Rucker really didn't change. Hootie and the Blowfish sounded pretty much the same thing.
I was going to say, wasn't that?
Except now he's got a fiddle in there.
Not much, right?
It's super chat.
Nathan Brimmer, Beyonce was born in Texas. She has more claim to country than half of the people that are actually in country music.
You know what? I don't argue with that, but her professional roots are far from country. And when you think of Destiny's Child, you think of what her solo career is and what she's done. It's not country. I mean,
if she wasn't supposed to win it, who was it? Who was the
I don't know. You tell me, Seth. Who would have won? Who should have won?
Should have got it.
I mean, to me,
But Dan,
I don't care.
Dan, when you were,
what's that?
Here it is.
Lady Wilson.
Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, Chris Stapleton, Higher, Casey Musgraves, Deeper Well, F1 Trillion, Post Malone, and then Whirlwind, Lainey Wilson.
Yeah, see, that Post Malone album could Lainey Wilson too. I mean,
the Post Malone just came from.
But
I know Moses Malone.
Yeah,
that's what I know.
Listen,
and I knew Daryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder. Moment of silence for Chocolate Thunder.
Thank you very much.
If Post
Whoa, he was a great guy.
Hey.
No, you don't. You have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't
dude.
know. You see him.
You don't mess with Chocolate Thunder.
He broke that backboard
and he did more than one broken backboard.
See,
so don't you forget Chocolate
These are the
Thunder.
moments that you miss Sully and you miss RJ being here.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Super chat.
Tim Jackstead said, "No, Jacques, that's near ass," and then the ass is $2 signs.
Way to go, Jackstead.
I was going to ask you when you were voting for whoever's ass at that time. Did you have to vote for everyone?
I didn't. I mean, I could have.
No,
I
so
could have.
You didn't.
I chose not to because I
because I'm thinking if the thing was you have to vote for every single one, then you're going to get some people like yourself that are like, well, I've heard
of Beyonce, and that's what happens.
Right.
I don't know country music, but I know Beyonce because I've heard her, so that's what happens. And for me, I just felt like a hypocrite voting for things that I had no professional experience with, and that's really what got me out of being a member. Because when you're out of for me, I wasn't comfortable doing that, and it's. And I was paying to be a member, and I felt like I was getting less out of it than what I should have been, and I was really over my head not knowing most of the other stuff, like the country and the comedy albums and things like that. I just, I recognize that name, Bobcat Goldthwait's up. Yeah. I'm voting for Bobcat. But I mean, seriously,
wouldn't that have been fun though that he was on there though?
Well, it's like you do. I don't know if you two ever did this, but we're old enough when you used to have those cards, and you would take those tests, and then I would say, okay, patterns.
Yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I was just going to say I did my SATs like that. So I did my SATs.
And you still got in.
Yeah,
I did that with my ASVAB test to get in the military. And all of a sudden, you could do this. I'm like, I can do what? I was like, they go, well, you ranked high enough to do that. And I'm like, I did.
What am I doing?
I was like, I wasn't even.
Give me the scalpel.
I was just sitting there, like,
Dr. Proctor.
I was coloring.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's just awful, man.
We'll check in next week with our practitioner, Michael Sullivan, and make sure that that's legit.
What's that?
The circling of the answers, A, B, C, D. Wanted to also talk to you about
show killer.
Yeah.
About how everyone thinks that the Grammy Awards are 3 to 4 hours long. They are not.
No.
Those are just the televised Grammy Awards.
There's 1,000 categories, or whatever. It's we always see the top.
You see,
whatever, the
you
bottom
see
30.
You see a dozen, maybe 15, and that's what you see. Because
there
are so many
about the performances and everything.
That's all it
actual
is, right?
broadcast.
Listen, Bruno Mars. He was
that?
on with Olive Oil. That's all I know.
Was it on Sunday?
And then there was some guy that was there with a hat on. That was a big house. There was somebody. There was somebody else that showed up. She was butt ass naked.
Yeah, Kanye's wife.
Pastor Kanye.
And they didn't even stay there.
Well, I know he did.
What the hell was his deal?
He came in. He showed up unannounced.
He did not. He did not show up unannounced. He was up for a Best Rap Album Grammy Award. He was not unannounced. He did not get escorted out. This is the second time today I've had to dispute this rumor.
Yeah.
He went there. He went on the red carpet. His wife was wearing this fuzzy-looking fur coat.
And then she took it off,
and everything was sheer underneath.
I saw that last night when I was eating my chef salad at the Talk of the Town, and Bill's going, wow, what is that?
No, exactly. And then they walked off the red carpet, got into their car, and left.
Did she put her clothes back on?
She put the jacket back.
They went to an after party.
And the big thing was that she was naked. She was not naked.
What, she wasn't?
No. She had something on that was very sheer. In other words, you could see through it, but she was not naked. The whole thing in the beginning was in the morning. Or that night was she was completely naked. She was not. I said one guy who works for me said that. I went first thing I saw. I'm like, she's not naked.
Right.
She had.
You've seen naked women,
and she was.
I've seen at least one.
She was definitely wearing a thong of some sort as well.
She had a thong on.
She was definitely wearing a thong.
No. Listen, but they
like
blurred her out. Okay. Now once again, we're talking about a primetime TV show of which they show an awful lot nowadays. But they blurted it out like she was naked. Yeah. She was not naked. She was wearing something underneath.
So they didn't have to cover up the Hunt snack pack?
They didn't. Listen, they didn't have to cover up her butt.
Okay, they did.
I don't think when she took it off and it was the back of her, they did not have to blurt out what they blurted out.
All right, so let me ask you this because you guys have seen it. I just saw it in passing. Did it freak you guys out by the way that Kanye was over on the side staring at her?
Honestly,
to me, I'm just like,
Kanye does freak me out.
He is weird.
He's just.
I'm sorry. There's something wrong with him. He's talk about narcissistic. I mean, this guy.
Well, that's a big word. Did you learn that in college?
Well, I just got it thrown at me last week, so I guess I'm narcissistic. I don't know. Well, of course, I had to look it up to find out what it was. I thought she was giving me a compliment. What the heck do I know?
Super chat.
Dan watching the Grammys at Talk of the Town, quietly excusing himself to the nearest bathroom stall.
I wasn't watching the Grammys. I was watching E.T.'s coverage of the Grammys from the night before.
Yeah.
And
Jeffrey Dean also says Kanye 2028.
Yeet! Yeet! I
telling you.
got
Listen,
nothing.
to Kanye's defense, she's a very pretty woman.
She is.
a very pretty woman.
I just
She's
the way
a
that
clone of his ex-wife.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
she's a
Oh,
really.
she looks a lot
She
like.
looks exactly
like
like
Is
she
the
has
bu- does she have a
She's very
ledge
similar.
on the back?
She's very similar.
Very
You
similar.
could put a bookshelf there.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
about
could put a
bookshelf.
Well,
couple
because
books.
with Kardashian,
Oh, you
you
could.
could.
Well, a couple
Couple books.
magazines, maybe.
couple books, right?
Yeah. Couple,
Sports
maybe a couple pamphlets.
Maybe
Yeah,
some
some
Sports Illustrated, something like that.
I'm just asking because
Yeah,
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah,
I'm asking for a friend. We have one
what are we doing?
more break.
What happened?
All right, we'll take a break after we just finish talking about women with big butts.
Yeah.
More talking smack. I don't know what the hell that means. Coming up right after this.
By High Society in Hudson Falls, located at 345 Main Street in Hudson Falls. This dispensary offers cannabis enthusiasts a chance to indulge in the brand's premium products, including the highly sought-after Bubble Hash and Frosted Hash Ball. With an emphasis on quality and potency, Silly Nice continues to set standards for cannabis products that elevate the user's experience. For use only for adults 21 and over, keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the Poison Center. Consume responsibly. By Allen B. Powers CPA. The Allen B. Powers firm is one of the leading firms in the area. By combining our expertise and experience and the energy of our staff, each client receives close personal and professional attention. Their high standards, service, and specialized staff spell the difference between outstanding performance and the other firms. We make sure that every client is served by the expertise of the whole firm. Allen B. Powers firm is responsive. Companies who choose the firm rely on competent advice and fast, accurate personnel. They provide total financial services to individuals, large and small businesses, and other agencies too. Their high service quality and raving fan clients are the result of commitment to excellence. Allen B. Powers will answer all of your questions as they impact both your tax and financial situations. The Allen B. Powers Agency welcomes you to contact them anytime. And by Jim's Glass Service, 6th Street in Queensbury. Jim's Glass Service, hey! Thanks for the break. Jim's Glass Service offers the best service for all your commercial and residential glass and window needs. A division of Fish's Majestic Enterprises. Jim's Glass Service is a trusted glass company located in Queensbury, specializing in both commercial and residential glass services. With their team of skilled professionals, they provide top-notch glass installations and repairs, ensuring customer satisfaction and quality craftsmanship. Jim's Glass Service, hey, thanks for the break. Brought to you by Old School Pest Control at oldschoolpestcontrol.com. John Herbley, the owner of Old School Pest Control, has over 20 years of experience in pest control, providing top-level pest control and putting your needs first. Do you have a pest problem? Old School Pest Control can handle any of your pest issues, walking you through the process to help you understand why Old School Pest Control does what they do. Old School Pest Control provides home and commercial pest control services. Whatever your pest problem is, whether it's big or small, Old School Pest Control has the knowledge to get your pest problems taken care of efficiently and in a timely manner. Give John Herbley a call now for your pest control problems at 518-724-6440 or online at oldschoolpest.com.
We're talking smack. Woo. Man, I'm telling you what, Jen is fired up about this whole.
I know the Grammy.
I'm telling you what,
I got a big
when your
house.
bartender's pissed off,
Yeah,
you got to be careful.
yeah.
I mean, the fact that she's going to be in 4 days, maxing, relaxing,
I think
toes in the
she'll be all
sand,
right by then.
a couple drinks in her hand,
Mhm.
she'd be
Somebody's
flossing.
giving her
Should be
drinks.
ballin'.
Don't talk. About
Listen,
balling.
don't say. I just got a visual.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
just
Yo, she gonna be in the DR, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if well, she's single, so
Yeah,
I mean, she knows what
listen,
she want to do. As long as she's protection,
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Listen, don't be bringing
Have
nothing home.
Yeah, really. Don't go to the other side of the island.
Don't
Don't
go
go.
past the fence.
Yeah.
Don't go past
I will say though, our wonderful bartender Jen gonna be busy coming up on Tuesday, February 18th.
All right, move that up a little bit. Coming up, we've got our another edition of Talkin' Smack. That's in 2 weeks. We've got Wheels joining us, Ryan Wheeler from your Adirondack Thunder. I love Ryan. He's a great guy, funnier than crap, and it's going to be a good show. It's I'm hoping that he brings some of the boys with him because nobody can talk smack better than hockey players.
Right,
The
yeah.
players, talking
Absolutely.
smack out. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's unreal. And Ryan. We've had Ryan on schedule to be with us that night probably since almost the beginning before we started the show.
I can remember when I sent the text. It was October 15th. It was literally that early.
And you're taking a chance having it a week after the love advice, because I don't know if the crowd's going to be calmed down by that time.
I don't.
Going to get a lot of awful good advice.
Speaking of the relationship advice show with Dr. Richard Stockdale and his practitioner Michael Sullivan, aka the guy from The Great Escape.
Are you guys need to calm down because it might actually think that it's the real thing.
Okay. It's not the real thing.
No.
And that's brought to you by Just One More Chapter. Thanks to them. And you can, throughout the week, you don't have to wait for the show to come on to get your super chat in for that night. You can go and scan that there, the QR code, and you can scan that. We'll put it up on our social media and everything. So you can scan that during the week and send in your relationship advice questions then.
And how are they going to be put on the air, Mr. Producer, as they come in, or the best questions?
No, as they
come in. Because when do we start? Can we start right now? Because I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch. What is that?
Oh, that's RJ breaking the furnace here at the bullpen.
I thought that was some of his advice.
He's trying to
up the room.
He's trying to see it. No, he can't see the numbers. So he
took a lighter to it.
Yeah.
This is the guy you guys are going to get advice from.
You got to remember, RJ is gainfully single for 50 some odd years. I mean, the only way we could have done better is if we had Ken Lucchese here, the 59-year-old virgin, and given relationship advice. I mean, he does turn 59 this week. We know he's one of our big. God, that's awful. I can't even look at that. Having Kenny give out advice would have been probably. You would never hear that in Kenny's room.
And you're not getting through more than 4 questions with Kenny, right? 4 relationship questions in 2 hours. That's all you're getting. A half hour a question.
That'd be awesome.
Well, there's one time at Rutgers.
No, here's the thing, though. If we got Kenny actually talking about relationship advice, he would have some interest.
Oh my! Don't even get me started, because when I told him that I was going to propose to Allie, that man
did he say welcome to Moe's?
That man sat me down. That man sat me down for almost 30 minutes.
Okay, hold on. This is a guy that's had one solid girlfriend.
Yeah, and he reminisces the girlfriend like the Red Wings days.
Okay. Well, it was during the Red Wings days.
It was.
All right, so we got a couple minutes. So what kind of advice did the K-Dog throw upon the Shad?
We're gonna
never go to bed mad. Make sure you kiss her on the forehead before you go to bed. Make sure you hug her tight. Tell her you love her.
He had one relationship. I'm surprised.
This is actually good advice.
My God, he's
this is not bad.
Hey, Jen,
kiss her.
I'm just
he's single.
Jen, Jen's over there going, well, I've been looking for the man of my dreams. I've had a lot of men of my nightmares. This could be something else different.
Kenny did just get a haircut, too.
He did just get a haircut.
And I heard he can go to the Dominican Republic, too.
Listen,
and he's got a Speedo.
I would work next week for him to let him go with Jen. Jen would take him. He would come back. He wouldn't be able to walk for 5 weeks.
I would.
No, because they're walking all over the beach. That's what.
What are you thinking?
Wow,
it's Johnny. It's Johnny. Listen, I'll pay for the airfare. Let's get this going. I'll do the airfare. He can stay with her.
Listen, it's double occupancy. Trust me.
Just remember, Kenny. We're talking smack.
Yeah, don't forget. Yeah.
Speaking of talking smack, you got something to show.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, so a good friend of mine that I was in the Marine Corps with has a laser engraver, and we were trying to think of something that we could do for our guests. And his wife is an avid follower of our Talkin' Smack podcast.
What's her name?
I'm not sure.
Oh, good. Okay. I wanted to say hi.
So shout out.
Thank you, wife.
So shout out
a guy that was in the Corps.
So Scott Silvis.
Oh, so Mrs. Silvis.
Mrs. Silvis. There we go.
Mrs. Scott Silvis.
So I'll find out her first name. But anyway, so he decided he was going to make some special guest Talking Smack coins. I don't know if you can really see.
Oh, you got to get over it.
Yeah,
there you go.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Special guests. And then on the back side of that is the bullpen. Oh, There we go.
I should have just set the pictures because I had the pictures.
We can send the pictures. We can do that.
Listen, they look a lot better than what he's showing us.
Yeah,
they
really sharp.
They do. They're really sharp.
nice.
So a special thanks to Scott
Silvas and Mrs. Silvas too.
And Mrs. Silvas for watching.
Yep. And I got 3 coming.
I guess he sat there and he was telling me that he heard her laughing one night. She was in there laughing, watching the show, and it was hilarious. So he's watched a few times when he can watch it. So but we're going to give those out to the guests. We're going to get them from him.
Oh, cool. That's going to be good.
We'll give them out to our guests.
So another thing is we're talking gear and such. We do have the Talkin' Smack, hoodies that we just put out. We had a very limited run. They're gone. All right. So last week we showed them on the show. So then after the show last week, everybody and their brothers hit me up online going, "Oh, how do I get my Talkin' Smack hoodie?" We're working with GNS Printing right now, and once we get our costs taken care of, once we figure out what it's going to go, we're going to open up a.
We're going to get with the Indie Camp. We're going to try and open up a store,
and we'll have
order your gear.
Yep, and we also have later on this week, I believe we have, or this week or early next week, we might have next week, our new Talkin' Smack hats.
Nice.
So we've got those.
Good stuff.
What's up, Jen?
I wore my hoodie to the chamber ambassador meeting today, and they told me that I looked skinny. So,
listen,
she's trying to look skinny for Kenny.
Real life problems, folks. Real life problems.
Kenny's birthday's this week. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Superchat.
This might be a call out for me. Somebody said, Mr. Producer, why didn't you use this for Sully's picture?
Oh, boy.
I can't wait.
Where did I see that? Where is that? Wait a minute. Where's that hanging?
That is on Facebook from May 9th, 2020, posted by Dan Miner himself.
I did. I did put that up there.
Also,
2020.
Somebody also sent us another super chat of a photo of Sully, contradicting the fact that he gives all this crap about same-siders. There is this photo.
Really?
Somebody sent this in anonymously and said Mike Sullivan is fucking full of shit.
I can't believe his mom said that.
What's going on?
There's a same sider. That's a
Hey, I just sent you the pictures of the coins.
Awesome.
I just sent you. So we do have. Who is that? I don't know.
I have no idea either.
I don't have my glasses on, so I know that their eyes are friggin' they're hypnotic. I can't look. The dragon's gonna pop out of those.
Feels like the picture was taken on an iPhone 4.
Okay.
To be honest,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
I'm no techno wizard. So when we're getting together with Andy Camp, we're developing a website for Talkin' Smack. Yep. We're also going to open the store, and once we have all the wearables to sell, we'll let you know, and we'll be taking orders for those. And the bottom line is that and we've talked about this.
Yep.
We're not looking to get rich on the sweatshirt.
Just want to spread the word.
I want people to go out there and let people know who's who wants to talk smack with us, because I don't want to toot our own horn or anything like this, but last week alone on our Talkin' Smack Facebook page, 15,000 views. 15,000. So obviously we're on to something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but we're really happy. And seriously, Jock, you were one of our first people that said, "I'm on."
Oh,
and we told you what we wanted to do with the show, and you said, "We're coming. I'm in.
I'm in."
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of people that want on,
absolutely,
it's insane. So it's like,
and we have the commercials on that we do, and that's helped us to pay the cost and pay the freight for because as we know, you don't buy a program anymore. You lease it.
Right.
So all this stuff, we have monthly expenses and everything like that. I mean, I'm just telling you a little bit in the back. So that's why we've got to have it, because that way there's no money going into any of our pockets for any of this.
Listen,
right
if
now.
you want good love advice and you want to fix real life problems, it takes money.
Yeah.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Seriously.
Super chat
from Mr. Anonymous again. Mr. Producer, you also should have used this photo.
I'm afraid.
That was on my Facebook page.
Is that Coco Beware?
That is Coco Beware.
No,
I thought that was Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Yeah.
That's who I thought it was.
Who is it?
That's the Ugandan giant.
You can clearly tell that this photo is fake because Sully's
What do you
never had
mean?
a tan.
Oh, I was going to say.
I've been
thought
on
that
the
was
beach with
pretty
Sully.
real.
I've been on the beach with Sully. Trust me, he burns.
He's got that tattoo right on his stomach, and he's got the Janet Jackson star on his boob.
Super chat.
Jeffrey Bean says, "I know a place that would carry some merch."
Ooh.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I was going to say there might be some local retailers.
I know you said
in the north part of the county.
You said you
You
would,
never
and
know.
Jeff. It's I can't say thanks enough for the
Oh my
support
God, the support
that
is
everybody
huge.
has been that has jumped on board with us. I mean, it's the whole thing. What we've 15 weeks and it's unreal. I mean, Johnny was out in Worcester, and someone comes up to goes, "Aren't you the guy from Talkin' Smack?" He's in Worcester, Massachusetts. I mean,
That was cool.
you've been in radio for how long? 40 years?
Yeah, right.
30 plus years, and
You're
you're the guy from Talkin' Smack. And it's like, I get it. But, I can't say thanks enough to everybody. And, we're planning on doing some other things coming up here. And we've got some big shows that we have planned that we're taking on the road. And
anybody who knows you guys would take the chance. I mean, I wasn't taking a chance, but I mean, it's well worth taking the leap with you guys, because you're taking a leap. I mean, you know what's going on. You're just extremely lucky and very talented at what you guys do. I jump in without a doubt.
you got
If it was just Hank, I don't know, but I mean, it's everybody. Because if I jumped in with Hank, we would sink, because the both of us, I'm like,
if you and Hank, he would be eating the bacon right off you.
Absolutely.
Would he have to cook it?
I have to
I don't.
cook the bacon.
You're a cook.
If it was
bacon
it was a hamburger, probably not.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I just thought I'd ask that there. So,
Grew up on not cooked bacon.
are you serious?
Oh, my grandfather doesn't. Yep, doesn't matter.
Just
Hold on. I used to
Eat it
butcher
raw.
pigs.
Yeah, sure. Well, listen, it's raw smoked bacon.
Raw,
smoked.
smoked.
Oh,
Yeah.
smoked.
Yeah, but not
Okay.
cooking it.
But
not
it's
cooking it.
cured.
It's cured. It's out of the smoker.
Yeah, okay.
My grandfather, I mean, hamburger
I
out
need
of the
the cured.
hamburger out of the grinder. Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's him.
The hamburger out of the grinder. Absolutely. I mean, that's my
I
grandfather.
get my hand slapped when my wife's making spaghetti
'cause
sauce
you're
or something like
taking
that.
out of there.
I'll walk by and go, "Oh, is that a squirrel?"
Look at the
Yeah,
size
yeah,
of the
absolutely.
friggin' hands. She's got to slap with both hands on one.
Oh, I get the wooden spoon. No, I get the wooden spoon across it.
Ouch.
Super chat.
I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to
Oh.
also. Sorry, I just want to let everyone know. We had 28,198 people view last week's episode.
That's
28,190. Wow, that's
We've had over 103,455 since November 7th.
all right. So we will, and also just let you know, we are doing 3 Family Feud episodes. We didn't even announce that last week. We said we were going to.
We hinted,
Did we?
We hinted at it. So
Do we have a date?
We do not have a date. We gotta figure that out
We got to
because
figure it out.
there's a lot of moving parts, and of course, a lot of people have been asking, "What are we gonna do?" I want to be involved. I can tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a Google form. You got to submit a Google form. So you're gonna have to submit your name and everything like that.
So we're just going to take blind contestants to
no, and then we'll figure it out as far as the team goes.
I'm
and
just
things like
asking.
that.
I have no idea.
Just people have been asking me and
it's been
what we're gonna do.
insane. It's been insane. People saying, "Hey, how can I get on? I want to play the feud. I want to play the feud." I'm like, dude, really? We're doing 3 shows. I mean, buy some Talkin' Smack. No, that'd be a lottery.
No.
But you should buy some Talkin' Smack.
But you know,
That's what I'm talking about.
it isn't gonna hurt.
It's a sponsorship. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I agree.
Become our own personal Patreons.
Hey, Christ, we could be PBS. We're going to take another phone
Let's
call
have
here.
Kramer in the back on the phone. Hello.
Hello. Movie phone.
Yeah.
No sweatshirt for you.
No, sir. Yeah. You could send a Talkin' Smack kid to camp. All right, do you have to do a recap of the Super Chats?
I do. I wanted to just say a big thank you once again to everyone that has been involved with it so far. It's honestly been something that the 3 of us and even the guys here at the table could never expect. I want to say a big thank you to Sheila Corbett, Steve Duffy, Mark Del Signor, Jeff Allen, Jeffrey Bean, Lefty, Rossi, Jeff Casey, Brian Engel, and also a big thank you also to the Wet Noodle, Matt, Gail Edmonds, also Tim Jack said, Nathan Brimmer, and also a big thank you to everyone that chimes in each and every week. We appreciate it. Like, comment, share. And for those that prefer the audio version, don't forget we're on your preferred podcasting platform, Apple, Spotify, you name it. We're
Brought to you by
there.
GNS Printing.
Yes, my father. Thanks for that. And for those that are looking to maybe watch on your Samsung, like Mr. Tim Hardy does each and every week, all you got to do, hold your remote, say Alexa or whoever you're.
Don't start doing it, because if you say that out now,
I know.
Going off,
but good thing. Then that means people are going to listen. So Alexa, play Talking Smack, and that's how it is.
Yeah, and if you're looking to jump on board with us as sponsorship opportunities or whatever, you can always get a hold of Snacks, Hank Pelton on his social media or whatever, or get a hold of me, and we'll get it taken care of, because it's working for a lot of people. So we look forward to having you. We got another one.
Mm-hmm.
Super chat.
Jeffrey Bean says support local.
That's it.
There it is.
That's
you
it.
know what?
It doesn't get more local at this table right here.
No.
It's funny because I ask people that are from out of the area when they comment, they'll send me private messages on my Facebook Messenger and stuff. They go, and I go, why? You're not even from our area. We just love what you do, and you're just local guys going out there and having fun. You're not political, and it's just a good night.
Well, that's like the night, the day that we went up there. Jack and I, or Coach and I, went up to.
Jack's also a member of the cast, but Jock's here more often.
Yeah, right. Listen, if I gotta get a food truck, I will.
We went up to Oscar's, and then I wanted to get some more of the maple bacon. And he was sitting there laughing because he goes, people were coming in saying, "Where's the bacon that Snacks eats?"
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
And he points
I might
over
have
there.
to change the name. I got the pocket kielbasa. I'm gonna have to have Snacks, bacon snacks.
I think there might be some royalties involved.
Well,
there.
Listen, I don't need royalties. I just need bacon.
The royalties are the bacon.
Yeah, that's the.
You know what it sounds like? They could be talking smack snacks.
Hey!
Good one.
Yeah.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Just want to let everyone know, coming up next week, we got our relationship advice episode. Super excited for that. And then Ryan Wheeler coming up on the 18th.
That we look forward to. Jock, thanks for stepping in,
thanks
brother.
for coming
thank
up.
you, man.
Thank you.
Always fun. Always
Thank you
fun.
for Sully not being here. That was great.
Hey, just think, 2 more times, bacon rope.
I tell you,
Bacon rope.
Don't make me. Don't make me.
God, I might be going to the DR a week early for that one. Well, thanks to everybody for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back here next Tuesday night upstairs at the Bullpen for another edition of Talkin' Smack. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you.